Welcome to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. Tonight's game will be Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. If you ever find yourself visiting the Kingdom of Khura'in, remember this one most important thing. Always take pictures of yaks. And also, I suppose, don't defend someone in court or else you could be found guilty of whatever they're found guilty of, but mainly, take pictures of yaks. Thank you for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are live! How is everybody doing? I see Crystal was here bright and early saying it's 24 degrees Celsius. It's so cold. 75.2 Fahrenheit. That is like comfortable. Maybe like a degree warm. Even that's cold? Do you know? That's not cold. But are you surviving? Are you thriving out there, Crystal? Saying, hey, Logan. Oh, here, we're going to get a pun from Crystal saying, I once told a chemistry joke. Wait, well, you already did the one the other day about argon, and I guess the one about the periodic table, periodically. So what's the chemistry joke? Once told a chemistry joke, there was no reaction. Crystal says, yippee! Quickgator says, howdy! Got the guide, got the evil grin. And I'm all like, evil grin, is something bad gonna happen? I mean, I guess something crazy is gonna happen. But we got to the point last time where we just need to a few lines of dialogue to like recap everything from the investigation. Huh? Oh, I thought that was a TTS. Oh, that's Gallop gifting a sub to Bumbo. Bumbo, you have now been gifted a sub by the generous graces of Gallop Crush. Thank you so much for giving that sub, Gallop. Thank you. How are all of you? So Crystal, Quick Katie, Gallop, Bumbo, anyone else is here? I hope you're doing well. Gallop says, hey, oh, Wendy, little dancing emotes. How you doing, Wendy? Bumbo says, hello. I have fresh hot chocolate, so I'll be even more eepy than I am right now. How are y'all? I'm doing all right. This next week is going to be like less shifts at work, but lots of busy stuff in personal life. But so, yeah, I guess a mix of things. Quickgator said, also, I'm so mad. I was saving ice cream for tonight, but I think I have a toothache, so I have to hold on. Oh! Make sure you take care of your teeth. Brush and floss and all the things. Ray says, yesterday, I was scrolling through the PS Plus menu and saw a game. I thought to myself, this is going to become a new hyperfixation. It did. Well, what's the game? Speaking of games, did you guys see, I just posted this on Discord. Among Us announced a new collab with Ace Attorney. And Among Us is doing, in fact, here, I could check to see if I can pull up the image for it as we get started. They have an image of, it's a Miles Edgeworth costume. Did you guys see this? Let me pull it up here, hang on. I'm gonna see if I can load this onto the clip viewer here. I ought to be able to. Let me see if I can do that. So if I put this here, and then I bring up the clip viewer, there it is, look at that! It says, Among Us X Ace Attorney game. Let's hope your accusations aren't ludicrous. Miles Edgeworth is coming to Among Us as it's a free, I didn't know it was free cosmetic drop on September 9th. So of course, you know what's gonna happen in the emergency meetings. He's totally gonna present an updated autopsy report. So that's pretty darn awesome. Might be an excuse to bust out Among Us. Anyway, okay, let's load up the game, and then we can talk and chat some more and everything. But again, how are all of you? The weekend is winding down, but I hope you're all doing well. And yeah, so Ray, what was the game? When he says we getting out of Khura'in, or however they spell this game with this one, my guess is that we're going to be staying in Khura'in until the end of the game. Next chapter, the question is, Are we just going to be, we'll probably go back to to Apollo and Athena. But the question is, will we be back in Japanifornia doing a case there, or are they going to fly out to Crane as well? Because I don't know. Bubba says, I couldn't hear the opening joke due to an ad. Oh, well, now you have a subscription, so you don't have to worry about it. It wasn't a very good ad. I was running like so frantic to get the stream up and running. I didn't think of a good one. I just here's something to say. What he said to Queen Katie. Oh, no, I hope your toothache gets better. Yes, in case I didn't say, Queen Katie, I hope your toothache gets better as well. And Oak saying hi. How you doing, Oak? How are all of you? As I said, Crystal, Queen Katie, Gallop, Wendy, Bumbo, Ray, Oak. How are all of you? Hope you're all having a good weekend. Okay, let's bring this up. So we're recapping right now all of our evidence. So there's been a second murder. It was this guy who everybody says has a peach tattoo. I thought it looked like a strawberry or an Omori sprout mole on the back of his neck. It'll probably be important for some reason. So he was out there praying for like 2 days. And then when the prayers ended, they're like, hey, buddy, come on, let's go. And then they found this big honking knife stuck in his back underneath his scarf. But the time of death that Emma Sky gave had him die around the same time that Abbott Inmee died and was supposedly killed by Maya. But I think the time of death is going to be off because the weather report said there was a cold snap overnight, and Emma said they figured out time of death based on like body temperature. So that's going to mess it up. But anyway, Acolyte Zealot was killed during the rite with Lady Kira's dagger. And Maya's fingerprints were found on it. That doesn't sound very good. I know. It's the very definition of being up a creek without a paddle. Up Poo Creek without a poo paddle. The day before his murder, Zealot enjoyed a meal with the High Priest, his wife, and Maya. And as we can see, the High Priest's wife, Belieb, has the little Steel Samurai watch. So she was the one who traded the plumed Punisher one-of-a-kind strap to Maya. And again, I think somehow we're gonna use that where we're gonna play that music, and it's gonna establish. It's gonna do a whole thing. We'll talk more about that later. I also learned about spirit channeling here in Karain. None of that sounds very helpful. Oh, but I did hear something interesting. That the rebel hunting Lady Kira might be working for the Justice Minister. What, really? Our kingdom is supposed to be ruled through faith and laws. We can't allow the people to be controlled by fear and violence. Albie, that sounds like something a rebel might say. Rafa! This child's a rebel, kill him! It does? I'm so young, I didn't expect to commit treason until I could at least grow a chest hair. But if that Lady Kira really is one of Minister Inga's subordinates, that would exonerate Miss Maya! Unfortunately, I have no way of proving it in court. Oh, that sucks. Maya's gonna die. You're both gonna die. Yeah, it's too bad. Oh, I almost forgot about the secret rebel hideout we found in the Inner Sanctum. I've collaborated with them. I don't know. Can a foreigner commit treason? I don't think, like, if you're a non-citizen. That is a good question. Can non-citizens commit treason? I feel like treason is like excluded to people who are like of a country. That is a good question. Let me have a sip of water and I'm gonna read a few more comments in the chat. Let's see, Quick to say thank you. Thank you. It came out of nowhere today, so I was devastated. I do you have a history of good teeth or bad teeth? I mentioned before, I have never had a cavity. Knock on wood. I hope I never have one. I have nightmares about losing teeth. Crystal says school is suspended, so yeah, I'm doing awesome. Well, here in the United States, it's a 3-day weekend for those who have school. I don't. So tomorrow is just gonna be an extra busy day at work. Oh, and Wendy is hydrating command, so I will do more than just that little sip. I'm gonna take a chug. Thank you, Wendy! And there's where Gallop gifted the sub to Bumbo. Thank you again, Gallop! Crystal says, yippee! No more ads, Bumbo. Wendy said, finally have time for a stream. I know, but you've been so busy, but it's like with cool stuff, with traveling and Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments and stuff. Bumbo says, thank you, Gallop. I don't mean to beg when I do that. Thank you so much. Quick said, note, Logan, all that's left for this case. It's 2 trial parts. Okay, so we know there'll be like an intermission in the trial. So we'll use that as a gauge of how far we are into it. I'll assume that's roughly the halfway point. So the first part is short-ish. Depending on how you do this, the sentence. Are we talking about the seance thing? Is the seance gonna be back? Oh, that's right, because we need to see Praise a Lot's seance, which will probably just be him staring at the ground. And Gallop says to Bumbo, no problem. Let me read one more comment, then we will get into the game. Wendy says, I'm good. Wanted to finish Persona 3 this weekend, but I was so exhausted from working 6 days in a row, so I ended up taking long power naps in the middle of the day. But do you feel refreshed, though? I feel like I'm probably going to finish Persona 3 within the next 2 weeks. And then I guess we can just dive right into episode Igus. I haven't pre-ordered that expansion yet. I'll do that. But okay, let's play some here. Oh, I almost forgot about the secret rebel hideout we found at the Inner Sanctum. Okay, now here's where I think Maya's strap is gonna come into play. So with the what?
Bro got that dog in him. Or should I say, on him, pointing finger, nerd face.
Actually, the dog is on him. He does. He got that dog on him. He's a dog. He's doggone, not dog gone, but dog on. But yes, he got that dog on him. Thank you very much, Wendy. I appreciate that. The little puppy's adorable, by the way. Okay, but here's what I was saying last time. So here's my theory. This clock in here is a Plume Punisher clock that seems to, I guess, either every hour or when it's the alarm, I can't remember which, play the Plume Punisher song. And so since this is Rebel Hideout, I'm guessing that was going to be used as a signal for Abbott in me to do something or whatever. But I think Maya, her strap, her one-of-a-kind strap, is a thing where if you press the Mitama on its belt, it plays that same sound cue. So I'm guessing she probably pressed it, that set off that sound, which he mistook as the cue, and he did something early or at the wrong time, and that may have like factored into how he got killed somehow. There was a blood stain inside, but I don't know if or how it's connected to the case though. I hope we told like Emma and she's gonna get it tested. Wow, a secret room at the Inner Sanctum? That would be a huge hit with tourists. This kid really is an entrepreneur at heart. What I mean is, the hideout could be important to your case. Maybe, but it's still too early to tell. Looks like I'm heading into court without any useful evidence. Well, we'll just have to pray something appears during tomorrow's trial. Princess Rafa's divination seance might be my only hope. There could be some new information in it that might help. The divination seance? But I thought it always works against the accused. I mean, it shouldn't, right? I mean, I feel like the divination seance, it shows you events that happened. You just have to figure out how to interpret them correctly. Not always. Right, it's like Dirk used to say, the royal priestess's insights are just another piece of evidence. Really? I never heard anyone say that before. It's hard to figure you out sometimes, sir. Divination seances work both ways before the Defense Culpability Act. It's only now that the people of Khura'in find it strange. Mr. Rite, I just wanted to say good luck tomorrow! Thanks. I can't afford to lose this next one. And that's it. There we go. See, it only took us like 15 minutes to get through the recap. I've collected all sorts of information, but I haven't even started connecting the dots. If I could do that, I might have a shot at pulling off a win. Rafa's insights will be the deciding factor. It's a huge gamble, but it's all I've got. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm not gonna do any more work tonight. Yeah, I need a good dinner and a little nap before sleep. All right, to be continued. Let's see, Ray says the game is Gravity Rush. I've heard of that game, and I saw like some small clips of it. Oh, it looks good. So is that what you've been playing nonstop, Ray? Oak says, I'm not sure how long I can stay for the stream, but hello, it's good to see you regardless, Oak. Nobody's ever under any obligation to like stick around longer than you are or anything like that, but it's just good to see you. Gal said, going camping next week. Oh, where are you going camping? Actually, I guess if it's somewhere local, I don't really know the UK very well, so unless you're like Scotland, or Ireland or Wales, I know what they are, but if it's like Schmirminghamshire, I don't know where that is. May 12th, 9:34 a.m., High Court of Khura'in, accused lobby. That's Maya. She's sad because she's gonna die tomorrow. What he said, I did make it to October through, though, and witnessed the, thing. I feel like in Persona 3, there's been multiple things. So I'm actually having a hard time remembering which thing was the October thing. I'm gonna have to think about that and recap. I think I know which thing that is. When he said I'm so excited for investigations to drop. Bro, I might gotta re-download Among Us. Such a random collab, but rocking with it is pretty great. I just love that it's free. The last time they had a collab for like cosmetics in Among Us that I thought looked really cool, it cost money. And like, well, I'm not gonna pay money for it. I'm not gonna do a microtransaction. But if it's free, heck yeah. All right. Maya looks exhausted, but I can't blame her. Nick, was thinking about it all day yesterday. I never properly asked you to defend me, did I? So get out of here. It's your fault I'm gonna die. It doesn't matter. I'm on this case till the bitter end. I know. That's why I wanted to officially ask you for your help. You got it, Maya. Let's do this. We gotta wrap this up and get back home so you can make your dream show. Your dream show come to... Wait, what was her dream show? I can't remember. Was she gonna bring the Plume Punisher to Japanifornia? Oh, that's what it was. The Steel Samurai versus the Plumed Punisher, right? Yeah, you bet. You look as if you did not sleep last night, barbed head. It is written all over your face. How can you expect to put up a respectable defense like that? I'm all fired up and raring to go. I guess Maya's not the only one looking exhausted. Who the what?
I
Oh!
must go, but I hope you have a good stream.
Thank you so much. 100 bits. That's like an extra 0 that you didn't need to do. But I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you all. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much. That is so nice of you. I appreciate that. I will put that dollar to good use, to very good use. Thank you. And thank you for popping in. Hopefully we'll see you more at the next Persona stream coming up on Tuesday. Have a great rest of your night, Oak. Let me have a sip of water. I'm going to read a couple more comments in the chat. Crystal says, me and Logan arguing in Twitter before stream started because of Ace Attorney Among Us. I actually was like in the middle of doing another comment to your most recent reply, and then I looked over and I'm like, crap, the stream is like starting 5 minutes ago. And so I had to abandon it, but I was gonna do a thing, but it was fun. Beowulf, how you doing? Saying, hello, lonely man. It still says, what? Oh crap, no, it doesn't. No, are you sure you need to refresh? It still says you're playing P3. Are you sure? On my screen it says Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Okay. Let me know if anybody else says that, because you gave me not a heart attack, but a worry assault. Is a worry assault less than a heart attack? I'm not sure. You might need to refresh then, Beowulf. But thank you so much for checking. What he said to Beowulf says AA for me. Oak says Ace Attorney for me too. Okay, so good. So I was starting to be worried that maybe I typed it in and just like Twitch hadn't picked it up into their servers or something. When he says, oh my gosh, it is a sprout mold tattoo. It kind of, yeah, exactly. It looks like one. When I first saw it, I'm like, it's strawberry, sprout mold. The game's like, it's a peach. I'm like, okay. It'd be really funny if like he has a peach and he has a significant other with an eggplant, just saying. Beowulf said, just refresh, no idea why it said P3. Okay, so we're all good. We're all on the same page now. So let's talk a little bit to Rafa. I hope she eventually like feels bad that she's trying to get us killed. Rafa doesn't seem in the best spirits herself. Go ahead, feign confidence now while you are still able. For I will see to it that your last rites are read to you this day. See, huh?
She's probably a villain, but I could fix her.
Okay, but Wendy, fair warning, you should also know she's like 14 years old. So I'd say wait a few years before you worry about fixing her. But no, okay, so her whole deal is that she's the princess here in the kingdom. And the government is kind of messed up. And she can perform these divination seances, which show you the last moments that the victim saw before dying. It's like a whole mystical, magical thing. But she's all like cocky and full of herself, like, oh, she calls us barbed head because it's like, oh, barbed head, you're going to die. I'm going to show you other stuff. But she's very tsundere about it. Like, I think she's starting to warm up to us. Like, she followed us around this investigation to make sure we don't like break any laws or something. And but because she hates lawyers, but I think she's warming up to us. But she still wants us dead. So like tsundere is one thing, but I'm not a fan of tsundere that tries to like actively tries to get you killed. So But yeah, but she's a fun character. I hope she warms up. I hope she has an arc, kind of like some of our prosecutors do, where they like hate us at first, but then they kind of grow to respect us and like us. But she's actually a fun character. She's grown on me. I didn't care for her much in the first chapter, but she's been much more fun in this one. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Guess it was just my imagination. Ready, Nick? Okay, Maya, let's head on in. Yay, 20 minutes in, we're into the trial now. I don't know what that was. I don't know why I do what I do. Let's see. Wendy says, man, I've been missing Ace Attorney lately. One of my friends is playing the first game for the first time, and they're on the DL6 case. I'm like, how I wish I could play Ace Attorney for the first time again. I definitely feel that way with Danganronpa 2, I think, especially. Like, that game was, and One Shot, my goodness, that game was an experience. May 12th, High Court of Korean. Day 2 court is now in session, all right. Oh, Wendy, check it out. I don't know if you saw, we have the El Tigre costume on Phoenix right here. It's pretty darn great. Quick said, by the way, Logan, expect maybe some clips today. I assume that means like if we get far enough into the trial to see whatever the clips are in reference to, so I'll try to get there. Gallup says, where is Sky when we need her? I know, I assume that she was still at the bottom of the steps in the Plaza Devotion. Camera died. So I hope that when like Phoenix reached the bottom of those stairs when he was leaving the inner sanctum, they found her, told her, hey, can you go test the blood? Because there's no reason not to check. I mean, worst case is just gonna make Maya even more guilty, but she was already declared guilty. Hopefully the camera will come back on soon. I'll just read 1 or 2 more comments in the chat while the camera stays dead. It's been dying a lot more lately. What he says, I can't believe it's been like 3 to 4 years since I played it. I know time flies by so crazy. What I can't believe is like looking back at some of the old clips I do, because I've been uploading old TikTok clips to YouTube. I may have to just like transfer everything to YouTube, because like TikTok, I am almost 2 weeks in and my shadow ban is still going on, and I'm getting so sad because I'm posting clips now that I want people to see and like, and I think it'd be funny. The one I posted today I thought was really funny. And TikTok's like, no, I'm only gonna show this to 20 or 30 people, and that's it. And it probably didn't even do that. A lot of them were probably y'all after I posted it in the Discord. What he said, TTS. Oh, that was read by TTS. And Bill said, me too, thinking about it. Okay, well, let me check what's going on with my camera here. I'm gonna have a sip of water. I'm gonna do the sip of water really close to the microphone so that you'll be able to hear it. So you'll know I'm drinking water even though you won't be able to see it, okay? I'm gonna try and really slurp it up, yeah. I think half of that was air because I tried making it noisy. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, suddenly everything is frozen right now. The game, like, Judge is blinking, but the game says not responding, so I can't click it. So, have we had a stream that hasn't been scuffed in the last 2 weeks? I don't know why it suddenly started happening again. So let me just read some more in the chat. Wicked said, meh, but I had feelings. And recently last year, the dentist was actually awesome and dealt with everything and then gave me good grades last week. Wait, the dentist gave you good grades? How does that work? Oh, you mean like on your teeth? I thought you meant like in school, like your dentist is like, tell your teacher you get an A, because you have nice teeth. Bach says, hello everyone, hey Bach, how you doing? Good to see you. Crystal says, hey Logan. Oh, there we go, camera's back. Okay, Crystal, I'll check out that joke in a minute. Let's talk to Judgy. Let's check in with him. Oh crap. Oh, dang it, I think I see what it is. Like my computer slowed down because my printer suddenly needed to bring up a window to tell me about like, what's it even telling me? It just says HP support assistant. No, I don't need to see that computer. I didn't ask for that. Anyway, now then, if everyone is ready. Yeah, check out the costume. Is Vero back? I hope Vero will be back soon to enjoy some more Phoenix cleavage, because like that is some amazing pectoral definition that Phoenix has got there. I saw Vera was posted on the Discord earlier, but I don't know if Vera maybe had to go back to bed or something. The defense is ready, Your Majesty. Oh, I'm pressing the button. Come on. Come on. Come on, game. I don't know if maybe that HP assistant didn't want to end. There we go! The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. Oh, no prayers this time, Prosecutor Sadmati! I already offered my prayers for the latest victim during my visit to the crime scene. Being that the accused has already been found guilty of the first murder. Oh yeah, Wendy, Maya finally was found guilty of a murder. Yay! Good for her. Let us hasten this trial so we may put this dead lawyer walking out of his misery. I could not agree more. You know, I'm just saying guilty right now. I want to see him die. Guilty. In yesterday's trial, the accused was already found guilty of murdering the high priest. And today she will be tried for the murder of his disciple. Praise a lot. He died because he praised a lot. Did not see that coming. Now then, Prosecutor Sadmati, your opening statement, if you would. Certainly. The accused has now slain 2 of the most devout clergymen in Koreanism. Are we still going to call them that, even though we know that, at the very least, Abbot Inmi was a rebel or assisting the rebels, and I think we probably have fairly good reason to assume that Praise a Lot was as well. Even the lowest level of heck, the heck of tickling, would not be punishment enough. That's the lowest? I feel like there's worse stuff than tickling. Gulp! I hate tickling! Not because I don't like the sensation, it's just I'm not ticklish. It just feels weird with fingers going like this on my skin with no reaction whatsoever. I feel left out. Then, what a terrible fate awaits her! Balgipokon, heck. A realm of eternal agony. There she will suffer the endless punishment of Jagar by the Galoon of Pulmote. Now you're just making up words. I don't like Jagar Binks? What am I thinking? I don't know. I was trying to think. Oh, what was that? What was that? What did he say? I don't know. Enough! Oh, I think I could check the history. I want to see. My blood runs cold at the mere thought that such a terrible place exists. Crap, not responding again just from clicking history? It's going to be one of those nights. Chat. Okay, Crystal says hello. Again, here comes another pun. Says, what kind of fish is made with only 2 sodium atoms? Okay, so sodium is Na. So it would be like a na fish? What's 2 sodium? Natu fish? Tuna fish! A tuna fish! Unable to save, please confirm that you have enough space in the data folder and not read only. What? And my camera's dead. What is happening, game? Chat, are you still there? Have you abandoned me yet? Please tell me that you're still here. I may need to close out the game and like reload it or something because but the problem is that if I do that, clearly it did not autosave and we're gonna have to recap. Or I could just like hammer the space key through everything. But can someone just type in the chat like here if you're still here so I know that it hasn't like disconnected? Like I'll start taking roll. I'm gonna take roll. I'm gonna look down my little chat window here. I've got a thing open that's gonna show me who's here. Ray, say here if you're here. Beowulf, say here. Crystal, Quick Katie, Wendy, Bach, Bumbo. Oh, it says Erster's lurking. How you doing, Erster? Yeah, just type here if you can still hear me. I'm gonna type in the chat. Can y'all still hear me? Oh crap, that doesn't seem to be going through. I think is the chat completely dead? I think the chat might be dead. If anyone's watching the VOD, I don't know if I'm live anymore. Let's go here. I'm gonna go over to Twitch on my phone and see what happens if I try and pull up the chat. I want to just go to my channel. Go to my channel. Go to my channel. View the chat. Okay, I can see people typing on there. I'm gonna try closing the game and see if that fixes anything. Because for some reason, my chat window is not updating. So I can't see anything that y'all have been writing. Wow, this might be an ending early stream tonight if I can't get this to work. The game is refusing to end. I'm going to have to bring up Task Manager. So, hi everybody. Game is dead for some reason, and nothing is working. So I thought, now would be I could tell you guys about what's coming up in my week. The game. What? Oh wow. Okay. Wow. There's a Tomcat, and suddenly everything just updated on my. What is? And the game closed out. Task Manager appeared. Hi. I'm back. Okay, suddenly like a whole slew of chat just suddenly appeared on the screen. So let's try and relaunch the game and see what happens. And if we hit another speed bump like that, we're just gonna have to cancel the stream for the rest of the night because this is not working. I'm gonna read some chat here while we're waiting for the game to launch. Bale says, I have episode I guess pre-ordered, so excited. I'm looking forward to it. I need to actually get it. How much is this? Like $40 or something like that? Crystal says, tuna. Hey, I got it right. Wendy says, I was thinking of NaCl. I don't know why. Well, that's salt, because that's sodium chloride is NaCl. Wendy says, I guess is hands down my favorite P3 character too. She's so cool. I think my favorite P3 character is still President Tanaka. I mean, he's not a party member. Okay, let's look at the autosave and see how far back the autosave puts us here. Wendy says, gonna grab an ice cream cone, so BRB. Thank you for the BRB, Wendy. Okay, so this is where it puts us, so we are back here. Can we, chat, real talk, can we just pretend that the last half hour never happened and just kind of move forward here? My blood runs cold at the mere thought that such a terrible place exists. I was going to ask for a translation, but on second thought, ignorance is bliss. And now then, please continue, minus the part about the terrible heck awaiting the accused. As you wish. Scrolls. The victim of this heinous crime was the high priest's disciple, Perez-a-Lot. He had been training under the high priest while living at the priest's home. I had met him a number of times, and he seemed like an earnest young man, also seemed alive. I don't think he shouldn't have died. No. How tragic that he met such a terrible end! The murder occurred at the Plaza of Devotion during the purification rite. It was a bold crime carried out while the plaza was full of the faithful deep in prayer. So again, I think the cold is gonna have something to do with mess up with the time of death. I don't know if that. I still don't think the dagger necessarily is what killed him. I think that may have either A, been placed in him after the fact. I think he was poisoned. I think he was poisoned during the big final meal because they made a big deal about how that all these people are going to pray for 2 days straight, have a big final meal of this special food that smells of like, what was it, like ginger and vomit or something? I don't know. It smells bad. And so I think he was poisoned. He goes to pray and he dies. And then afterward, whoever it was that killed Abbott Enemy came down and stuck that knife in his back. Because there was a big thing, it's like, there isn't a whole lot of blood for being stabbed. Stuck the knife into the back of his neck / in between his shoulder blades, whatever, to make it look like that's how he died. And it just seems so obvious that nobody bothered to like do a full autopsy. But I think he was poisoned instead of stabbed. And it's gonna mess with the time of death. The only other option is that if it turns out he was stabbed to death and it was earlier than expected, and if he died before Abbott Enemy, that would mean there had to be a different murder weapon used on him up there. But either way, it's gonna be good for Maya, right? I think. It was a bold crime carried out while the plaza was full of the faithful deep in prayer. The Warbad dagger was found impaled in the victim's upper back. The stabbing caused a spinal cord injury that killed him instantly. Oh, the Warbad dagger! Lady Kira's weapon of choice! We have already established that the accused's prints were on the weapon. Incredibly darning evidence in itself. No, I didn't do it! Objection! Yes, you did. Hold your tongue. All right. No, I didn't do it! Thank you. That is much better. Now, being that the accused, Maya Fey, is a serial killer, the prosecution believes that the death penalty is the only possible sentence. Would the defense care to respond? Ha! The accused is innocent and nothing can convince me otherwise. Ha! I gotta read some more in the chat. Also, my tongue tastes weird now that I grabbed it with my hand. That was a bad idea. See, Ray says yes, non-stop. Bill says, I need to play Gravity Rush. It seems like my kind of game. Quick Kitty says, is it the child? Crystal says, laughing. Ray says, the mechanics of Gravity Rush are so cool, pretty much everyone has to appreciate it. It looks cool from like the tiny little clip. It was either a clip or a trailer that I saw. Quick Kitty says, it says Apollo Justice for me. When he says, I've returned, Quick Kitty says, was the October thing the child? Oh, I was guessing the October thing was the thing at the observatory? Maybe? What he says, Queen Katie, yeah. Bobo says, how's the weather? It's actually starting to get nice. It's starting to become less like summer, which is nice because like it is September now. Okay, I gotta mention something about it being September. I take umbrage with this. So, in the past, I've seen memes where it's like on the last day of September, it'll be like September 30th, and it'll show a picture of a person or a thing. And then October 1st, and it shows a picture of the person or thing being spooky, right? Dressed up in a Halloween costume with a witch hat or with a pumpkin or whatever, right? Showing that, oh, it's officially Halloween season. This year, everybody's doing October 31st, normal. September 1st, spooky. No! Halloween does not get 2 months. Okay, if Halloween gets 2 months, then nobody gets to complain if Christmas season starts on November 1st. Because everybody's usually like, Christmas season, you can't start on November 1st. You gotta wait till after Thanksgiving. Nope. In fact, I think mid-October is gonna be plenty of time to start for Christmas. Why not earlier? Why not Christmas like now? Why not September 1st be Christmas? Huh? After all, the crime scene was packed with worshippers. How could my client possibly have committed this murder without a single witness? The accused's fingerprints on the murder weapon alone is enough to render a verdict. As such, I see no need to debate this any further. But guilty! Well, once her benevolence conducts her seance, it will be clear for all to see. Crap. I think he knows that seance is going to go well, or maybe. Your Majesty, might I have a word? We don't need to do the seance this time, Your Majesty. I think it would be better if you just say guilty. Please, there's nothing to be gleaned from the seance. Is something the matter, Prosecutor Sadmati? It is about the divination seance. Oh, does Rafa want to do it no matter what? That's good. That shows that she has, like, principle, right? Your benevolence! Stop right there, Prosecutor Sadmati. As you wish. Forgive me for overstepping my bounds. What's that all about? Barbed head, have you made peace with your fate? For this time, the divination seance will bring you to your knees! And Wendy, if you're still here, you get to see the divination seance, which includes a long, it probably is more like 20 seconds, but it feels like 2 or 3 minutes of just her dancing. Just lots of dancing. And it's the same dance, I think. I think they just put a lot of their budget into a cutscene of her dancing. Like, we're going to use it as much as we can. For this time, the divination seance will bring you to your knees! I'm ready. Only Miles Edgeworth brings me to mind. Wait, what? He told me not to talk about that in court anymore. I accept your challenge. The only problem is I have no weapons at my disposal. Our only hope now is what we can glean from the seance vision and Rafa's insights. Very well! The divination seance, if you please, your benevolence. Yes, let us begin. Because they do the full cutscene each time, I hope that, like, the final chapter of the game, she'll do the whole dance, but then, like, trip and fall and mess up, and it'll be, like, a big deal. Nana! Take away your cape. And your cape. Take it. All right, bye. All right. Time for the theater kid to do her dance.
Oh, Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name.
Anytime she says we hold this, I keep expecting her to say we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Yay, pool of souls. And now I'll be able to spend the next 5 minutes reading chat while she dances. Queekity says to Wendy, nice law. When he says, oh gosh, I thought she was like 20 or something. Never mind. Queekity says, how? When he says, she seems tall. Why does this 14-year-old have so much beef with us? Like, girl, do your times tables. It's because she's like the princess, and so she's like her benevolence. She's like this big major political and religious figure in the country. And we, by getting someone previously acquitted in the first chapter, have like undermined the kind of omniscient authority of her divination seances and her judgment and everything. When he says, I did see the costume laughing. Nice. Crystal says, rip camera. Bubba says, I was talking to my boyfriend about hyperfixations. My brain has a landlord. And I mentioned you with Transformers. Oh, for a second, I thought you were going to say you were hyperfixated with me. I don't know if like Transformers is necessarily a hyperfixation based on like y'all's description of it before. Because I think a couple of streams ago, you guys gave me a good definition, which made it sound like it's something you have to think about like pretty much all the time. Like you're addicted to thinking about it. And with me, if I get busy, I could go a day without thinking about Transformers if I need to. I just choose not to because I like them. Bubba says, wow, still down when he said Logan is transformed into an orb. Bubba says, wonderful orb to ponder. Queen Katie says, uh-oh. Crystal says, uh-oh. When he says, uh-oh. Erster says, hey, Logan, hi, Erster. How are you doing? Queen Katie said, good grades equals you literally have nothing wrong with you. Good job for once. So that's those good teeth grades. And yay, the dance is done. And Crystal says, yippee. Queen Katie said, my teeth did not have to be fixed for once. Huh? Okay, so we got to pay attention to this. I think it's just going to be him staring at the ground the whole time, right? And we'll hear things, probably. Well, because it also shows the 5 senses, so he might hear and smell and taste things. Oh, are we not going to be able to see anything because his eyes were closed or something? Nothing is happening. I don't get it. Why wasn't there anything to see? You're benevolent! What in the world? It's gonna be because his eyes were closed. He was praying the whole time. I was unable to evoke any sort of response. I called out the spirit's name many times, but to no avail. Oh, so is it gonna be that Praise Zealot, that's not his real name? And we have to figure out what his real name is? What? What? She's a fallen priestess. Burn her. Just as I thought. Wait. What does he know that we don't? Well, we already established that he has like a meeting with her beforehand to look at the divination seance. He probably already knew that it wasn't going to work. So that's, well, we are well and truly screwed because, yeah, Phoenix's whole thing was like, can't wait to see that seance. Maybe we'll get some more information. Bob says, what was wrong? When he said, bro, finally, write a passage for her, truly. Queekita said, me sitting grinning, because I know Logan is about to get to a part where he learns what I was grinning evilly about. As someone who's been tickled too hard before, yes, it's the worst. I mean, getting tickled too hard is bad, but I feel like there are worse things. I was gonna give a couple of examples that come to mind, but I don't want to gross anyone out for the squeamish. Hey, Magpie is here, saying caw. Magpie is in. Sorry I'm late flying in. I was working on a Unity project. Well, Magpie, are you still here? Because I feel like you got here right as technical difficulties went right up the game's wazoo. Quickly said, Logan, you have buttons. Crystal says, laughing, says, oh no. Bob says, oh no. As Crystal says, the game and the cam. Quickity said, bro, I was excited for this. When he says, the stream is breaking, but it's back. I hope you guys are all still here. When he said, wait, the game can just lock you out of saving. Crystal says, lurk, check. Quickity says, here. Magpie says, here. Bob says, here. When he says, here. Crystal says, okay. Streamlabs, okay. Beowulf says, here. Crystal says, meow. Ray says, well, maybe just chatting is more welcome today. We will be doing one of those soon. I think I have some ideas for the Just Chatting stream, but I am trying to get through this game as quickly as possible, though, so we can get to Edgeworth Investigations. So I don't want to take up too much time, but yes, we will be doing a Just Chatting stream in the near future, if that's something y'all want. Okay, wait, what does he know that we don't? I had sought to confirm the contents of today's divination seance. After all, it is customary for the prosecutor to verify it beforehand. Come to think of it, I must go perform a divination seance for Pere Zealot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. And that is why I sought to stop her benevolence from performing it here. However, she insisted that it be done. She wished to try one more time here in the Hall of Justice. It would appear her benevolence is tired from her manifold duties. Duties? I know! I am not anything of the sort. The victim spirit will not answer my call, but I know not why. Ha! Oh! It is my sacred duty to convey the truth through the divination seance. See, Wendy, this is the part where you can tell that she's like 14. She throws these little temper tantrums. Rafa, what are we to do without a divination seance? I suppose I shall have to deliver the last rites without them. The prosecution has already taken that into account when preparing for today. I am fully capable of proving the accused's guilt with or without the divination seance. Oh, you silly. You never fail to impress, Prosecutor Sidebody. Oh, this is bad. The divination seance was my one and only hope. Ha! Your Majesty, her benevolence said she isn't tired. So shouldn't we try to find out why the divination seance failed? Ah! I think that sounds like a good idea. I think it didn't fail. He had his eyes closed the whole time. How curious, Mr. Rite. Either that or his name is wrong or something. Why have you suddenly taken such a keen interest in the divination seance? Yes, explain yourself! The divination seance is for shedding light on an accused's crimes. It is the Holy Mother's hammer of wrath that is ever poised to pound you into your grave. You should fear it, not plead for it. I believe in my client. Plus, yesterday somebody told me something that changed my mind. The divination seance was once thought of as just another piece of evidence. The judge should know this. He's an old man. He's old, but like nobody else here, Nayuta Sadmati and Rafa, they're not old enough to remember that, but the judge should be, right? If we were to correctly interpret the visions through careful analysis, then they would lead us to the truth behind what really happened. And the truth will show that my client, Maya Fey, is innocent. Now it's a bad time to tell you, but I really did kill him, Nick. We really should go with this and not try to figure out why the divination seance didn't work. Nick, just don't tell anybody. I'm a murderer. Okay, Nick? Hush. Even all the other murders in the past, I did all of those too every time I was accused. I know you thought you found the real killer, but we framed them. It was me. It was me all along, Barry. The truth is, you don't have anything else to fall back on, huh, Nick? Maya, please, you're not helping. How dare you? Ah, the voice of Mitama is to be feared, not utilized by vile lawyers such as you. Seances exact a heavy toll upon the royal priestess. It would be best not to burden her any further. Or does the defense feel that it can pose no counter-arguments without the seance? No, of course not. Oh, he saw right through me. I'll have to find a way to make the divination seance happen, or we're toast! Well, since the divination seance is not possible at this time, I see no other choice. Let us proceed with the trial without the seance, as Prosecutor Sadmati suggested. Thank you, Your Majesty. Who are you? I will not forget this bobbed head. Why, me? No, I tried to help you. This will not be the last you see of me. Well, what if he gets a guilty verdict and they execute him and Maya tomorrow? Now then, I will proceed by providing an outline of the case at hand. Very well. If the lead detective would please come to the stand, we may begin. It's going to be Emma Sky, and then I'll read some more in the chat. As soon as we get some background music, I always hate reading the chat when it's like silence behind me. Sorry, Mr. Wright. Detective Sky, I understand how you would wish to save the accused and the defense. They are your friends, after all, but you must let them go and move on. But there is only one way to save them now, by giving their souls the chance to burn away the taint of their sins in the infernal flames. Seriously, I wish you would stop saying taint. I can't do this, Naku time. No eating in the Sacred Hall of Justice. Miss Sky! Yes? Don't worry about me and Nick. You just do your job. I'm sure Nick will figure something out eventually. Or we'll just die. I don't know. I've lived a good life. Eaten many burgers. Watched much TV. It's all I could hope for. Right, thanks, Miss Faye. How very brave for a criminal with a tainted soul. What did I tell you? Very well, Detective Sky. Please, proceed. Okay, I can do this. Let me start with an overview of this case. And there, less than an hour in, we've made it to our first testimony. Witness testimony. Overview of the second murder. Now I'll read some chat. That's where I typed in, can you all still hear me? Quickita said, yepers. Crystal says, I don't want to type here. Bo says, yep. Wendy said, mm-hmm. Crystal says, nods. Ray says, it went through. Quickita said, Logan, you're alive. Crystal said, nar. Bo said, it's not dead. Magpie says, poor Logan. Quickita said, you're alive. Crystal says, Logan, we can hear you. Ray says, Logan isn't receiving our stuff. Yeah, it was so weird. Like on my screen, none of that was appearing in the chat. It was just like stuck. And then when it suddenly all appeared, just like the chat just went, it's crazy. Wendy says, you're live. Crystal says, we can hear. Bubba says, we're live. Quickita said, Logan, you're alive. Bubba says, oh no. Quickita said, oh no, if you mean I posted a clip link, you can't watch it? Well, I think I can now. I mean, unless I missed it before now. But I should be able to now. I think everything's all good. Quickita says, nar. Wendy said, the whole stream just exploded. Bubba says, yay. Quickita said, that was so delayed. Bubba says, is it cold? It's not cold yet. It is nice today, and I'm trying to enjoy it, Bumbo. But it is. I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, it's super hot. It is nice today. Quickita said that was so delayed. Yeah, Bubba said game is matching my eepiness. I hope we're doing a better job of keeping you awake now, Bumbo. Quickita said I have episode I guess on Game Pass, so I get to play it for free. Yee! What he said, TTS, bro just wiped a comically large sweat off his face. And Bubba says 23:40. What do you mean it's 10 minutes later? Oh, so it's 33:40? Either way, I'm only 20 minutes behind, so I'm doing A-okay. And Ray said, did stream crash or is that me? It crashed, so I think you just need to refresh, but you can't hear me, Ray. Bubba says, objection! Shut up! Ray says, never mind. It's back. And Queen Katie said, he live for me. Bubba said, we good here. Knee hiccups. Okay, let's play a little bit more, then I'll read some more in the chat. The latest victim was Pere Zealot. He had been training under the high priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. The high priest's widow, Believe in Me, identified the victim's body. He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the high priest. I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. Would the defense care to respond? I didn't spot any inconsistencies in her testimony so far, and I don't have any evidence in my arsenal. What am I going to do now? Also, half the evidence that you do have in the court record, you obtained from a literal terrorist. And so if you present that, unless you have a good way to explain it, you're going to get my off scot-free, but you're going to be probably convicted of collaborating with terrorists. What is it, Maya? I was just wondering about how much the police actually looked into Acolyte Zealot. Because it just might prove to be the key as to why the divination seance failed. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be that's not his real name. Because we have established we're operating on Death Note rules here. To do the divination seance, you gotta know the name and the face of the person. And so if she was calling out the name, obviously she's got the right face because she can see him. Even if he had cosmetic surgery, that is what he looks like now. So the name is wrong. But Maya, just say that then. Offer up this information. What you getting at? Well, it's just a hunch. Wait a second. During my investigation, Rafa told me about how the divination seance works. If I could figure out why it failed, maybe she could try it again. Okay, so we're going to have that whole dance twice in the same trial. Time to press for some more information. Pressing. Oh, what?
Name and face. Just like Death Note.
Exactly. That's why I was saying it's Death Note rules. It's all the same Death Note rules. In fact, they established that those are the same rules that Maya has for her spirit channeling, that she has to know the name and the face in order to channel a ghost, supposedly. I feel like there were times she was like channeling ghosts that she didn't know the name or the face or something like that. Like Dahlia Hawthorne comes to mind. But we're just retconning that. Okay, so for these spirit channeling, you have to, if you're properly trained, maybe, you have to know the name and the face of the person. And the Holy Mother that they all like worship and revere so much, you're like forbidden from drawing her face. So there's like a picture of her in Abbott, in me, and his wife's house that shows her, but it's like without her face. So I think that's going to be a thing later on. We're going to discover her face. They're going to be able to channel her spirit and find out the government has been doing stuff that's been like contrary to her actual will and teachings. So yes, you're absolutely correct, Wendy. It is Death Note rules up in here. And thank you very much for the 10 bits overview of the second murder. You guys know the drill. We got to save before we do this cross-examination. So we're going to save. Save. And I'll read a couple more comments to the chat also. Wendy said, my B-day's in a month. Nice. Oh, Wendy, I was also going to mention, actually, yeah, so on was it yesterday, the day before? I know that Nora has taken over for Extemporaneous doing holidays. And so I was looking on the holiday website. And I think it was yesterday. I want to say yesterday, maybe it was the day before, was South Carolina Day. I'm like, is that Wendy's Carolina? No, I get the Carolinas mixed up. So it might have been your whole state. But yeah, are you doing anything fun for your birthday? Anything cool coming up? Quick said, you tell that to Tumblr, who literally started doing Halloween skeletons in mid-August. I don't think a holiday should get more than a month. That is the holiday hill a day that I will die a day on. I can't do anything. Wendy said, I'm not entirely excited for it, but I'm never super excited about my birthday. I was when I was a kid. I think as an adult, the main thing is that and this is gonna sound weird, if I had like a girlfriend, I think I'd be like super excited about my birthday. I don't know why, but like the idea of having that type of holiday and just like, because you'd get to like spend time together, and it's like I know that she was gonna like maybe do something nice for me or give me a nice little present or something thoughtful, and I think that would get me excited for it. These days, it's like, I mean, my mom has poor eyesight, so she can't even really go shopping by herself. I have to take her shopping. So either I go with her Christmas shopping, or I just say, hey, Mom, here's the thing that I want for my birthday this year. Order it for me on Amazon. And then it's like, yeah, I get what I want. I get the thing I wanted. But it's like, I miss surprises, you know? Crystal says, oh, TTS test also can't relate. Christmas start in September here. Laughing. Okay, so there. Again, that's too much. But if I will take Christmas against Halloween any day. But I'm sorry, the TTS isn't working. Quick80 said, like gifts of skeletons dancing on my dashboard. Bill says, objection! There is no major holiday until Halloween. However, in the States, we have 2. Each holiday gets its own season. Now, I think each holiday gets a month. September, it's back to school season. It's Labor Day. It's fall. It's autumn. Yeah. No, not until October. Not until October. Oh, and there's a poll. If Logan had Death Note, he'd kill Vanilla. Oh, this sounds like a Rukov poll. Vanilla, candy corn, he would just doodle. Huh. Can you kill I'm gonna vote candy corn. Can you? No, actually, you know what? I would say just doodle because like, no, actually, I could say candy corn because I was gonna say what if somebody is actually named candy corn? Because I'm sure there's probably like some like middle-aged, alopecia-riddled, disease-infested stripper in like Alabama or something like that named Candy Corn. And I don't want her to die. I'm sure she's a nice lady, but I just remembered, yeah, Death Note rules. I gotta see the face. So I'm gonna vote Candy Corn just to see if I can kill a type of food. Let's see what he says. I might have to get my hair done for my birthday, or try to get my hair done for my birthday though. I've been wanting to dye my hair hot pink for such a long time. Ooh, fancy. Speaking of like brightly colored hair stuff, also somebody mentioned, was it you, Wendy, or somebody else, a couple of people I think mentioned that it was Hatsune Miku's birthday yesterday. Is that why I've been seeing like a billion things of her online? I feel like several weeks ago, or maybe it was just like 1 week ago, Brazilian Miku went viral, and then everybody was doing their own versions of Miku, and I've just seen all like a billion variations of Miku. And then it was Miku Day. And Bobo says, I say you should wait for Christmas stuff until after November 11th. Why the 11th specifically? But again, I'm fine with that. I am fine with waiting until mid-November or even late November. I just think that if I have to wait till then, Halloween doesn't get to take over September. That's all I'm saying. The latest victim was Puree's Zealot. Press that statement. Hold it! What kind of person was Acolyte Zealot? According to the neighbors and others who knew him, he was a deeply devout youth. What?
Yeah, it was Miku's birthday yesterday. It was also Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Pro Tag Jade and Yuki's B-Day, so both of my worlds collided yesterday.
Nice, that was, and Jaden was the one from the first spin-off, right? After they actually finished, like, Yugi and Kaiba and all that, right? That was the one with the really weird teacher guy, and it wasn't the motorcycle one, right? Because motorcycle one was later, yeah. But okay, cool, so, do you think maybe they're twins? Are they the same age? We should check to see if they're the same age. Actually, I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, looks like it takes place in the near future. Like, I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! The first one was like, hey, this is modern day, or maybe like a couple of years in the future. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, I feel like that was advancing a little bit. Felt a bit more futuristic to me. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I, too, have heard his name mentioned as one who was a fervent practitioner. I suppose you might say he was the High Priest's star disciple. Furthermore, he had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. Hold it! Let's press on this statement, too. 2 years? Are you sure about that? We took statements from his neighbors and his fellow monks. Oh, and the poll is done, and he would just doodle has won with 50% of the vote, and Candy Corn in second with 33%, and Vanilla in third with 17%. Because the thing is, like, I wouldn't want to get rid of vanilla overall as a thing. It's useful in, like, some stuff. I just don't like vanilla milkshakes that have a squirt of chocolate. It's like, there you go, now it's a milkshake. Vanilla and, like, other stuff can be fine. Vanilla ice cream, though, it's like, why? Unless you're doing a root beer float, or Dr. Pepper float, or the best is, though, taking Sprite and, like, raspberry sherbet, or lime sherbet, or rainbow sherbet, or orange sherbet, or any type of sherbet. Put that in Sprite, or 7-Up, or Starry, whatever that wants to be now. But thank you very much for the poll. Whoever did that, I'm going to assume that was Rukov. We took statements from his neighbors and his fellow monks. They all corroborate our initial findings. What about you, Maya? Well, when I first came here, I saw Zealot praying under the High Priest's instruction. I see. Oh, what happened? I heard what happened. Okay, why is there what happened? I was just reading the chat. Okay, I guess I need to read a couple more comments, then I'll be right back in the game, I promise. I apologize, lurkers. I do play games. Kind of. Let me read some more in the chat then. Where did I leave off? But Beowulf says, in Canada, you're free to celebrate Christmas after Halloween. However, Halloween stuff goes up later. Well, because they also have a different Thanksgiving Day in Canada, right? I think. Quickita said to Wendy, yeah, it's a Miku dance. When he said, ayo, seance time, said forgot there was voice acting in this game. Like, just a little bit. But whenever we hear the voices, it always catches me off. But yeah, you might hear some Sam Riegel if we get to do an animated cutscene of some sort. When he says, oh, I already read that. Crystal says, Hamilton mentioned? When he says, okay, go girl. When he says, when are we gonna have that 1986 Transformers watch party? Well, here's the thing. Do you guys really want to see that? Like, if you legit want to see that, I am going to be busy this Wednesday. Because here's the thing, I mentioned before, like, work is, like, most of the regular shifts at work are gonna be canceled this week because they're doing some renovations. However, they're doing alternate means to pick up some hours, and one of them is that on Wednesday they're having an employee party. And you don't get like a full shift, but you get like at least a couple hours of pay. And the problem is I don't know very many people work. I know hardly anybody at work because my job is very solitary. I sit in a dark little booth and I am a disembodied voice talking about stars and planets and crap like that. And so like, and then they say there'll be fun stuff. There'll be Mario Kart and there'll be karaoke and you get a couple hours pay. And I'm gonna definitely desperately need that this week. But I don't know, you know what I'll probably do? I'll probably just go there and then just be on my phone the whole time. Just, I don't know, rewatching VODs to write down time codes, or maybe I can not live tweet it, but live comment it on Discord or something like that. But let me know, do you guys like actually want to see the old 1986 animated Transformers movie? I love that movie, but I also acknowledge it is not like peak cinema. Huh?
Why must polls like that always be Rukov? It could have been future. Logan messing with you.
With you.
Did you think of that?
Yeah, you.
Did this to her?
What was that at the end there? What happened? Well, it's because, like, Rukov, you leave very distinct footprints in your polls. Candy corn, vanilla, things like that. I feel like your polls have a flavor. It's not a bad thing by any means, but I feel like I can distinctly sense them. But thank you very much for the beef longa TTS. All right, back in the game. So the results of the police investigation seem to check out. So we got like, what, maybe 2 more comments we gotta press on?
The High Priest widow, believe in me, has identified the victim's body.
Was Mrs. Inme's positive ID the only way you verified the identity of the victim? Oh, so were you gonna say... So maybe Perez Zelot is the murderer and it's some other random person who was killed? It's probably gonna be like, the name's probably gonna be like, Mistay Ken Identity or something like that. Again, weird names. Yeah, so maybe, maybe it was someone else who was killed.
Huh? Well, no. We also checked the ID card he carried and the data in his family registry.
So no, like, fingerprints, dental records, none of that stuff?
But
what?
His personal information didn't match any of the public records we
Cross-reference there. That's why the divination seance didn't work. It's not his real name. It's not Perez Zelot. Maybe that's why the divination seance failed.
I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. Rite.
Here's what I'm thinking. His address was wrong. Perez Zelot is a fake name. Crap, I guess we're not gonna get to press the 4th statement. Perez Zelot is a fake name. The victim decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name! I guess it's nice to think that the guy who prays a lot was not actually named Praise a Lot, in the same way that the man who lost his identity and was now anonymous, his name really wasn't anonymous. I hope everybody in Khura'in has a fake name, because their names are bullcrap. Quickity said, I'd say there's a minor hyperfixation. You know everything about something, and major hyperfixation. You will not rest a day without this thing. Magpie says, yee, Magpie's still here. I can hear you, Logan. Don't go into the light. But it seems so pretty. Quickity said to Wendy, now, do you believe us? Wendy said it was definitely a Project Diva music video type dance, and I loved it. Okay, let's play a little bit more. Yeah, I love the little finger waggle he does. It's like he's got finger physics. I bet Edgeworth loves that. The royal priestess uses a deceased's face and true name to summon their spirit. This is again Death Note rules. Why, yes, that is indeed true. See, we're helping Rafa. We're helping her save face amongst all of her people. Oh, a pin message from Rukov saying, Logan, we have friends though we have friends who thought your real name was a fake name. Oh, I have people who knew me for years. That's the problem. I can't tell you guys. Some of you know this because you've been able to track me down. And I don't want to dox myself. Beowulf also doesn't want me to dox myself, but some of you know my real name. And you'll understand why. Like, there are people I knew for a couple of years and then find out, like, what, that's like your real name? That isn't just some, like, stage name that you use? I have a weird real name. But the problem about that is that because I have a weird real name, if I tell you, it's like, there aren't gonna be that many people. I Googled my name once, and all I could find was somebody had a dog that they had given my same name, because it's such a goofy, weird name. So it's me and some dog somewhere. That's it. So if you like track down and stalk the two of us, you got a 50-50 chance. If he was using a forged ID and there is no mention of him in our public records. Oh, wrong button. Then he was likely an illegal immigrant. They are not uncommon here in Khura'in. Oh yeah, I think either Rafa or Albi, someone was talking about that. An illegal immigrant? Come to think of it, Rafa mentioned something about immigrants yesterday.
But if that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. We'll have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time.
Ark! At least we help Rafa feel better about herself, right? I'd always thought that Acolyte Zealot was Khura'inese. Oh, how the High Priest must be lamenting his disciples' deception in the Twilight Realm. Well, Mr. Rite, what do you think? Should we add this to the testimony? Yes. Add it to the testimony. This is an important fact. Please add it to the testimony. Okay, it would seem to be a fact most inconvenient for the defense. But if you insist, Detective Sky, please add what you just said to your testimony.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Okay, so we will get to press the final statement as well.
He was an illegal immigrant, so we don't know his real name.
Let's press this final statement first, then we'll come back to that because that's obviously what we're gonna deal with.
He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the High Priest.
There we are. Ha! Maya isn't that lady Kira who's been going around capturing rebels. Look at her. She gets winded jogging like 20 feet. Oh, another pin message. Says, whereas there are it just disappeared. Okay, pin message is gone. I'll have to read it when it gets in the chat. It unpinned. Sorry about that. Let's see, I'll just read some more in the chat though. Oh, now it's back. It says, whereas there are 15 people with my name. I assume this is Rukop typing it. My same name, and 2 of them are in the same valley, and 1 of them shares my middle name too, but my last name is not at all common. See, that's still a lot. My first name is Logan. I still get weirded out every now and then. I'll be at work and there'll be some lady with like a kid and the kid will go running off. And she'll go, Logan, come back here. And I'm like, what? Someone talking to me? I don't know. Quick said, I have faith in Logan, but I do have a guide because you never know. I have a small feeling he'll need me in a bit though if he's not smart. Said, wait, we don't have mods. No TDS, no bits. Hope Logan is smart because I don't know how to help here. I'm sorry. Bubba says, oh no! It was hot chocolate, but I am eepy either way. Well, yeah, because I don't know, because hot chocolate, the chocolate usually like pumps you up, but if it's hot, because like, you know, warm milk makes you tired, right? Maya isn't that lady Kira who's been going around capturing rebels.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but...
Object. That verdict was already handed down in the previous trial. It is no longer a point of dispute, and I will not allow you to make it so. But no ifs, ands, and most of all, no buts. The accused was posing as Lady Kira, and she killed Acolyte Zealot because she mistakenly believed him to be a rebel. That's not true! I killed him because I wanted to watch a man die! I mean, I did not do that!
I'm sorry. The verdict has already been read in that case. I have to assume that it's fact now.
Oh, now what do we do? Now I know why the divination seance failed, but nothing's really changed. Yeah, which means we're in big trouble. If he really was an illegal immigrant, it's gonna be really hard to find out his real name. I guess our only choice is to give up on the whole divination seance thing. If only there was some way to find out the victim's real name. So we're gonna go to that. It sounds like we'll have something in our evidence that'll give us his name or how to find his name. Let's press the statement, then we'll look at our evidence and figure it out. Isn't there some way to track down his real name?
No, not if he was an illegal immigrant.
Have you actually confirmed that he was in Kurain illegally?
Well, we don't have any conclusive evidence, but there's also no evidence of him being a citizen of Kurain either.
Oh boy, now what do we do?
What if there was a clue in the evidence you gathered?
Well, that's probably our only hope at this point. If he really was an illegal immigrant, our proverbial goose is probably cooked. It's not, I don't know if it's proverbial, I think it's just figurative. Okay, let's save and then let's look through our court record and figure out what we're gonna present here. Save. So we have to find something that will either reveal his name or let us know how to reveal his name. So it's gonna be in our court record. So we have the May 9th newspaper from the morning, the Purification Rite reports on the weather and Lady Kira's activities, among other things. We're just gonna read it in case there's something I missed. Lady Kira returns to battle rebels. The Lady Kira-like figure that appeared 2 years ago remains a mystery. Oh, 2 years ago? Wait, so that would mean that he was the Lady Kira rebel. Not rebel, a rebel hunter. 2 years ago, so why? Thank you, Tomcat. Okay, so I thought Rafa was gonna be the vigilante Lady Kira, so that means that he was the Lady Kira rebel hunter. And so in that case, he was probably killed by Abbot Inmi, because Abbot Inmi was assisting the rebels. And he probably found out, because they lived together, he probably found something that like showed him that Prey Zealot was the rebel hunter. And so he killed him by poisoning him probably at that dinner. And then he got killed by someone else? Or maybe he was wrong thinking that he was the Lady Kira and he got killed by the actual Lady Kira rebel hunter? Some town elders see her as Lady Kira in the flesh. Such rumors are fueling the enthusiasm for today's purification rite. The thick white ice that froze the ground from the inner sanctum to the Plaza Devotion until yesterday has melted. The rite can now go on as planned. We will give thanks to the blessings of the Holy Mother and Lady Kira Hapiraki. So yeah, he died before that and like somehow messed up his time of death stuff, right? Police are asking Kingdom subjects to be on the lookout for a male insurgent who escaped from Royal Penitentiary number 4 yesterday. The area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today. The warmer temperature will make for excellent prayer weather. What? Oh, is Brian here? Brian!
What? That feel like it got hurt.
You sure you got hurt? I don't know. It's very subtle. Couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I need to play some more Elden Ring. That's a fun game. Brian, how you doing? Brian, did you see? Hang on. I need to do a point of business with Brian here real quick. Brian, did you see the messages that I sent you? I sent you some messages on Discord. I wanted to show you this. Because remember, we've been talking about Marvel Comics characters, and you mentioned Death's Head, and I was saying, hey, do you know the Death's Head actually started as a Transformers character? And so, like, they made it, like, look at this Death's Head action figure. Look at this, Brian. Look how cool he is, and he's huge. Look at the size of this guy. He's like as tall as my head. Brian, I was trying to show you this guy so you could order him. I don't know if you did or not. I ordered him during the summer. I still haven't opened him because I have like nowhere to put him. But how you doing, Brian? Rukov, thank you so much for doing the shout out. Let's finish reading this and then I will be back to the, oh, and there's a pin message. Oh, that's an amazing Death's Head, good. I wish it was like in his very original costume from the Transformers comics, which is more green as opposed to the blue and yellow. But the blue and yellow is what he had in his ongoing. Anyway, you guys don't need to listen to this. This is comic book geeky stuff. The warmer temperature will make way for excellent prayer weather. Be warned, however, that we'll see a cold front moving overnight. Okay, so that's probably what messed up the time of death then. The cold front, maybe. But yeah, I gotta read some more chat then, since I'm way behind. Quickie says, I do not have enough points for either alert, so I could use those maybe if he gets stuck, but I have faith. Oh, do have enough points for either alerts, is that what you're saying? Quickie said, Devs, we will play Rafa's dance as many times as possible, and we will put a lot of work into it, and you will like it. Magpie says, things that annoys me severely. Thing that annoys me severely is soon. Oh, and that's trademarked. Oh, Quick80 says, huh? South Carolina Day, missed my state? Wait, are you both in the same state? When he says, Ayo, South Carolina Day, Quick80 said, we will finally feel your pain soon. Said, wait, which mod is here? It's Rukov. Quick80 said, who put that poll? Rukov. Bubba says, Rukov. Quick80 said, I got hopes. I know we haven't seen Vero in a while. I just hope that Vero's leg is, except a broken leg takes a long time to heal, so it may be a long time. But Rukov says, Rukov, go sleep. Good night, Rukov. We're gonna be modless. It's gonna be the purge again. Rukov, sleep well. You're awesome. Get some rest. If you, and by the way, I mentioned before, I hope you're better from COVID. I know you had. But if you can't sleep and if you don't break your leg, feel free to come back and hang out some more. Thank you for the for hanging out and everything. Crystal says, Bobber Miku. Definitely not, Rukov says, I think it was a sneaky Logan. Crystal says, who voted vanilla? Because you're wrong, laughing Logan loved vanilla. He'd never remove vanilla. Quigator said, yup, the second pro tag. And Logan Hopo says, yeah, probably Logan. And Bubba says, November 11th is the, if I remember correctly, Armistice Day. Oh, Remembrance Day here. Okay. I have a hard time keeping track of some of those types of holidays, but you're probably right. And when he says no, motorcycle one was right after that. Okay, I get some of the later ones, because I never watched any of the post Yugi and Kaiba ones like all the way through. I just caught like bits and pieces and things. Crystal says laughing, and Quick80 says 5Ds was the motorcycle one. There we go. Okay, 5Ds nuts was the motorcycle one. Okay, so it wasn't that, but I feel like that gave me some information. So I'm now suspecting Prey Zealot may have been either the Lady Kira Vigilante or suspected by Abbott Inmi as being the Lady Kira Vigilante and may have been why he got killed. Okay, so let's take a look at the autopsy report. Trusted Me's autopsy report, cause of death, blood loss from a deep abdominal wound caused by a bladed weapon. The wound appears to have been inflicted by the Warbad dagger used in the rite, but we still don't know for sure. It just appears, you know. The mark on his face is one borne by all members of the Karenist clergy somewhere on their bodies. Records of who has what mark and where. Oh! There we go, because on the back of the neck, we got the little Sprout Mole Strawberry Peach tattoo. So this is probably what is going to help us identify him. Let's check everything else just to be sure in case it's something else. Inner sanctum photo, there's the dead body of Abbott in me, there's the area that was cleared away from snow. Maya's statement, the spring water was already stained red when we arrived at the inner sanctum on the day of the rite. The warning letters to Abbott in me, only someone capable of entering the priest's home could have delivered it. So it was probably praise a lot, do not perform the rite. I know what you were planning, Lady Kira. So that, I had thought that maybe it was his wife, but no, it's gonna be praise a lot. He's gonna be the Lady Kira impersonator. Plume Punisher Strap, that just plays the song. Inner Sanctum shows where Maya and the High Priest were during the rite. The brand new prayer flag found in the Plaza Devotion has some writing on it. Says, at the usual spot, bring grub, the key too. These were things we used when we were talking to Dat's a Rebel. Killed in the plaza, he has a peach-shaped tattoo on his neck, caused the death of a spinal cord injury from being stabbed in the upper back by a bladed weapon. Or bad dagger, photo, belief statement. The family photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings, where it's customary to partake in dishes made with gungle. These dishes are only prepared during the feast, which starts at noon the day before the rite and must be finished 3 p.m. the same day. And that somehow sustains them for the next couple of days. That's going to be how he was killed, was poisoning. Tome of Secrets, Tome given only to the one who played the role of Lady Kira in the Purification Rite. It has her actual name, which we can't say. We're not allowed to say that name because it's unforgivable. And there's a picture of her. Photo of the Rebel hideout, the branding of the Defiant Dragons. In the name of Her Eminence, those who support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. Okay, so it's going to be the autopsy report, right? Because that says they have a database of everybody with tattoos, so present.
Objection!
What? No, what? No, I got that right. That is right. Wait, no, it wasn't the autopsy report. It was the one before it. I clicked the wrong thing. Hang on. That didn't happen. That did not happen. We never presented that piece of evidence. Okay, so we go here. We present. Was it the newspaper then that said they have the? Oh wait, no, then it was the autopsy report that says records of who has what mark were kept at the temple. So that should have worked. Oh crap, are they gonna make me show the picture instead so we can point to his tattoo? Okay, let's try that.
Objection!
Oh, game! No, the autopsy report said tattoo database. The tattoo by itself means nothing. Sorry, Detective Sky, but the police missed something important in their investigation.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The victim was undeniably a Kuranese native. And this crime scene photo proves it. It does? It's a little hard to see, but look, what do you mean hard to see? It's right in the middle of the photo. You'll see clear proof that the victim was Kuranese.
Where? I don't see anything that would prove that.
This proves the victim was Kuranese because surely no one else in the entire world has ever had a tattoo. Tattoo. There we go. Tattoo.
Take that!
Look at this tattoo right here. Why, that's a tattoo of a peach? I gotta read some of the chat. That was bullcrap. I clicked the thing that talked about how they have a database of tattoos. That should have counted just as well. Let's see, Crystal says laughing. Oh, there we go. Queegatty said, I should know. That was my Hulu childhood. Magpie says, card games on motorcycles. Nora says, hi everyone. Hey Nora, how you doing? How was Dungeon Meshi? No spoilers, but did you enjoy the finale? Queegatty said, I was like halfway into the anime before I dropped Hulu. Magpie says, I know nothing about 5Ds. I just really like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Queegatty said, okay, but I wanted to get the Wii game because it was so cool. I'm mad I never did it. Oh, it was Nora who did the What Happened. Magpie says, is it too late to get it? What's stopping you? Rukop said to Queen Katie, you got your hopes up? Queen Katie said, I don't know why, but I feel like you'd really like 5Ds. I barely know you, but you give that vibe. Oh, saying that to Magpie. And Nora said, letting you know I'm here. Hi, Nora. Good to have you here. Magpie says, lol, I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! Except that the card game is interesting. And Rukop says, hi. And Magpie says, and I can quote the abridged series, of course, like anyone else my age and chronically online. I feel like ever since you had Dragon Ball Z abridged, and its various like little spin-offs like for GT, and they've probably done some Super, I don't know. And then I feel like you had some other like ones, like you had Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and then I feel like everyone was like, well, we're just gonna do this with all anime. And I keep seeing clips from some of them, like I see a lot of My Hero Academia abridged and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, I get it, I get the concept here, but I feel like most of the ones that are made, like they aren't that funny. It's like the people aren't being super clever. They're just like saying kind of gross out, weird kind of things and like sex jokes and stuff. It's like what Dragon Ball Z abridged, what was so great about that is just how clever and then consistent with their long-running gags they were. But I just complain about stuff. Nora said, I watched the DM Dungeon Meshi season 1 finale, and Queen Katie can confirm I'm going insane. My brain is scrambled and fried. Oh, Exist says, evening, hi Exist, welcome. That reminds me, Exist. I was in kind of a rush today. I was gonna like comment on the pictures that I saw. I saw you post the pictures on Discord. I haven't commented on them yet. You guys should check them out if you haven't seen. Exist post some pictures from that play that she was talking about last time. It was the kind of like, because you were the Queen of Hearts, and what would you call it? Alice of Hearts? It was where it's like Alice in Wonderland, but it's like this girl, and she's like hiding out in World War II, and in like a bomb shelter type of a thing, and but like, yeah, it's a whole thing. But I saw them, but I didn't get around to responding yet. But how are you doing, Exist? Queen Katie said, yep, Nora is definitely dead for sure. Nora said, just tweaking out right now. And Queen Katie smiling, and Magpie says, oh, it's worse. I'm worried. Okay, let's play some more. That's a tattoo of a peach. I would like you all to think about the meaning of this tattoo.
Does it mean a butt? I know an eggplant is a thingy, but I never know if the peach is the butt or if it's the girl's thingy. I don't text a lot. The victim really liked peaches?
Peaches are a favorite delicacy in Korean. Peaches come from a can. They were put there by a man in a factory downtown. You know, nobody knows the President of the United States of America is an old band. Okay. They happen to be a personal favorite of mine. The sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of their perfectly ripe flesh, waiting for me to bite into it, to sink my teeth in, let its juices squirt into the corners of my mouth and dribble down my chin. Excuse me, I will be right back. They are a blessing from the Holy Mother herself. Nick, I've suddenly got a craving for peaches! After the trial, Maya, right now we have bigger fish to fry. Peaches aren't fish! Ha! Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach. It is not a peach, you say? But I love peaches. What is it? It's a sprout mole. Take a closer look. Haven't you seen something like that before? Oh, it's the shape on his forehead. But it's colored in on Praise a Lot. I thought when they're talking about the tattoo, I thought they meant the little diamond mark. So it's this full thing. Okay, there we go. Namely, the tattoo on the High Priest's brow. Oh my!
What?
This mark is only borne by members of the Koreanist clergy! Kukiri says, I'm sure Logan will soon realize that this also means I have an extra Japanese name fact soon. Oh yeah, because I didn't even think about that. But you're right, we're gonna find out what Praise a Lot's real name is. I hope it's like Praise only sometimes. Praise only sometimes. And we'll be like, oh no, he doesn't pray a lot. He prays just an average amount. Ruka says, Logan, we have friends who thought your real name, was a fake name. That is true. Magpie says, English major things. I think Spirit of Justice and Dual Destinies both have a theme of mistaken identity. Spirit of Justice is better at it. But Dual Destinies had Bobby Fulbright and Ponko. To be fair, though, this game has had Betty Defame, and so maybe everything balances out. Exist says, laughing. Crystal said, Logan's real name isn't what I thought, too. I thought it was just a screen name. Nora says, wait, I'm confused. Magpie says, well, now I'm curious. Nora said, is Logan Logan, or is Logan alive? No, Logan is my first name. That is real. But this might be surprising. Robo is not my last name. I'm sorry to report. Quickity said, for real, it's the same way that my IRL last name is so uncommon that it could be easy for me to find me if you knew. Well, no, not uncommon. It's so rare. I've never seen someone with a similar last name as mine. And this thing, mine, it's like the last name is out there, but it's the combination of the two names together that just is... Yeah, it's not right. It should not be. Magpie says, mine is just me and one famous fictional character as far as I can tell. See that one with Rukov was posted, it was pinned. Quick80 said, so I just pray I never say it by mistake. We've had it a couple times said by mistake here. So, also I see there's an automod message, so let me at least get down to that so I can approve it. Otherwise I think they expire. Nora said, I have quite an uncommon name because no, my real name is not Nora. Crystal says, he's Logan. Don't worry, his last name makes his whole name funny, Nora. Quickity said, now will Logan figure out what to present? I still maintain I was right to present that. The game just didn't, like, allow the proper channels to get to the same thing. Nora said, oh, okay. Boba said, plot twist, Logan's last name is actually Robo. Here's the automod message from Magpie. Says, the other day I was listening to an old live stream from an Australian, and there was a bird in the game he was playing, and he said, F off. And I'm not censoring that. That's, quote, F off, Magpie. And I was like, what did I do? Then I remembered I was listening to an old stream that I hadn't seen, lol. Oh yeah, it says expired, not posted to the chat. Well, here's the thing. I have caught myself. I had to, like, I was checking a thing. It was either today or yesterday that I needed to type my actual name in for. And I actually typed in Logan Robo. And that is the second time that has happened. I've been going by that for like my entire life. I've never had a nickname. I've always gone by my real name. And now I'm getting used to Logan Robo. And so like, I've twice accidentally used that as like my real name. It's awful. This mark is only borne by members of the Coranist clergy. So, that is what you believe it to be. But are they not utterly different shapes? Are you gonna say one's upside down? No, it's because he's laying down. Sure, they're shaped differently, but there's a reason for that. The victim had the peach-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for, I don't know, some reason. Wait, how do we know that? How do we know it was over an existing tattoo? Let's take a look at the picture of him. Wait, no, it's this one. Here we go. I mean, it's colored in to look like a peach or a strawberry. So are we saying it's just a coincidence? Wait, what? However, the dark red portion is exactly the same shape as the mark on Coranist clergy, Coranist clergy bear. Well, let's compare it again. Yeah, it's just colored in is all. Hey, you're right. Until about 20 some odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? Oh, that was the golden age of peer pressure. So many people jumping off of bridges because it was the cool thing to do. I myself bear one on my right buttock. That is entirely too much information, Your Majesty. I'll show it to you. Points to anyone who can guess what the fruit is on my left buttock. Also, I believe that's the first time the word buttock has been typed out in Ace Attorney, although they didn't let me do the final K. Information on everyone who enters the clergy is maintained in the temple with evidence I tried to present. All we have to do is look up a monk with a mark in the same spot. I'm on it. I'll let you know if I get any hits. That will not be necessary. If you seek information on the clergy, I have it all right here. Oh my, you never cease to amaze. So tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill? Okay. All right, we're gonna see the name. We're gonna see Praise Zealot's real name. And what horrible, it's not even a pun. This game doesn't have actual puns. It's just English words spelled differently. All right, lots of dots to keep us in suspense. What is it? There is just one, and his name is... Real name? The man's real name is Real Name. Oh my gosh. His name is Real Name. This game is over forever. This is... No, we can't. We can't do that game anymore. His real name is Real Name. Oh my gosh, no! Ugh. You all told me to play this game. Okay, let me read some chat. Quickity says, as soon as Logan presents the thingy, I'm putting my name fact warning here. Quickity said, because I've been holding this copy paste forever. Magpie says, hee hee hee. Magpie says, oh, there we go. That was the auto-modded thing. Nora says, hee hee. Brian said, how far are we behind in the chat? 3 minutes, 3 hours, 3 days, about 20 minutes, I think. Let's see, 1:15:23. 20 minutes, 21, technically. 21 minutes. Almost exactly 21 minutes. Boba says 3 days. Nora said 3 years. Brian says, I sent a chat back in 1991 and he still hasn't gotten to it. Nora said, I sent one back in 1654. Boba says, I sent one in 765 BC. Brian says, oh, that's an amazing death's head. Was that the Comic-Con one? Well, because what it was, Brian, I don't know if you're still here. It wasn't a Comic-Con exclusive, but it was like first sold at Comic-Con. And then I think they called it like a fan channel exclusive. So it was first at San Diego Comic-Con, then it went up on their fan channel exclusive retailer. So I don't think it's going to be sold in stores, but I could be wrong. Crystal says he's laid in chat for 3 decades, actually. Quickita said me copying the name fact every now and then just in case I'm paranoid, don't want to paste the wrong thing. Crystal says it's funny, laughing. Rukov says, Rukov, go sleep. Quickita said, good night, Rukov. Nora said, good night, Rukov. Quickita said, oh no, not the modless. Nora said, ooh, modeled, modless, stabs Logan. I'm not the one who typoed. Brian said, also hilarious game from Steam you have to check out sometime is Thank Gosh You're Here. One of the funniest ones I ever played. Oh, I think I saw like an ad for that or something, and I'm calling you in advance. You'll probably call it Thank G You're Here. No, I said gosh. See, I'm edgy. Thank gosh. Weekend said, face and hands from Logan deezing me. Yeah, what can I say? I'm a little deez. Just a little, you see, instead of tease. Magpie says, I thought it was, thank goodness you're here anyway. Oh, I could have said that too. Woody says, I have to work tomorrow, so I'm going to head out for the night. It was good to see you all again. I'll try to catch the next stream. See y'all later. Good night, Wendy. Thank you so much for being here. Sleep well. Have an awesome rest of your night. As always, like I said with Rukov, if you can't sleep, feel free to come back. And if you're watching the VOD, if you somehow see this, hi, Wendy from the past. You're now in the future. Nora says, Queen Katie, rest in peace. Queen Katie said, good night, good luck on work. And Nora says to Wendy, good night. Okay, let's... Oh my goodness. Okay, this is his real name. Okay, his real name is Real Name. We're going with this. He became a monk 20 years ago. Wait, how old is he? Hang on, how old is this guy? He's 21! He became a monk at age 1? You're not even old enough to, like, speak at 1. How did he become a monk when he was 1 year old? No! Like, if you're 1 year old, you don't do things. Things are done to you. You are not, you are a passive participant in life. I mean, did they just, like, I guess anoint him as a monk as a baby? What?
Kurain tattooed an infant.
Okay, so I guess, maybe. So that's what it is. They gave him the tattoo on the back. But hang on then. I don't know if y'all know this, but an adult person's body is differently proportioned than a baby. I feel like if you did a little tattoo on a baby's neck, it's gonna, like, the skin is gonna stretch, especially, like, you see babies' necks are tiny. That's why you gotta, like, support them. They're not even strong enough to support their massive noggins. There's no way that it kept its proper, like, proportions. Or maybe that's what it is. They tattooed over the old tattoo because it just got all stretchy and weird. This is messed up. But thank you, Magpie, for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. He became a monk 20 years ago. Hubbub, 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 they tattooed a baby. What is wrong with our country and our culture? Then that must be the victim's real name. Real name. Real name's name is real name. Real name's real name is real name. That's his real name, real name. I'm talking about real name. His real name is real name, real name. But why would he have tried to cover up his tattoo with another one? Yeah, there must have been some reason. Yak! It's not important right now. The important thing is we know his real name. Oh, you're right. Oh, darn it, Wendy already left, so she doesn't get to see the divination seance dance again. Your Majesty! Now that we know the victim's real name, the divination seance might finally work. A lawyer who willingly seeks a seance? Oh, this is entirely unprecedented. You are but digging your own grave, defense. She's already convicted. I'm already gonna die. I got nothing to lose. We won't know until we try. Sure, it's risky, but it's our only hope. Very well. Let the divination seance be held once more. All right, so are we gonna have to see the whole dance all over again, including the Holy Mother talk? Why would a lawyer work so hard to see the divination seance be held once more? You are a fool, barbed head, and your foolishness shall yield no gratitude from me. Fooly, 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 fool. It's okay that she can quote Franziska because she was a prosecutor, not a defense attorney. Also, I mean, this is kind of good because this means that we will be seeing it at the same time as Sadmati, so he won't have like an advantage of like time to think about it and try and figure out stuff beforehand. For the truth will be revealed by my insights. I shall gladly seek your demise. Bring it on, princess. Seek my demise. Because I will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights. Huh. You will regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insights as evidence. I do like their dynamic. Phoenix should adopt her. Give Trucia a little sister. I think it'd be adorable.
Oh, Holy Mother.
Yeah.
We hold this divination
Truths to be self-evident.
in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped.
Wait, is that what someone meant? Because someone had said, was that a Hamilton reference? That was not a Hamilton reference. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. That is not a Hamilton reference. Hamilton did a reference.
Oh, dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
All right, so we got to go through this whole dance again, so I'm just going to read a bunch of chat. Quigay says, oh yay, Logan smart, huzzah, I don't have to waste points. Right train, wrong track, no wait. Bubble says, ha! Quigay said, wrong train, right track. There we go, the correct train. Crystal laughing. Quigay said, name fact warning. I'll be waiting to post it soon. Magpie says, and I will post the thing that annoys me, which comes very near. So Magpie's got to be the age thing, right? It's got to be the 21 years old, and that he became a monk 20 years ago. Also, I feel like I'm getting close to catching up in chat if you guys are talking about that. But holy cow, we're like an hour and 40 something minutes into the stream already. I wasn't even paying attention to the numbers. We're over halfway through the stream. Let's see, Bumbo says, don't present the banana, present the photo of the banana. Yes, it's that kind of crap. Crystal laughing, we get to say, you know what else is crap? The name soon. Please tell me there is no worse name than real name. There can't be. They have to have scraped the bottom of the barrel. They have to have hit bedrock on that one. And Magpie says, I reference this so often. Crystal says their name is going to make Logan facepalm. Bubba says, I think I'm hearing things. Says, quote, I need a hot tea. Am I going crazy? Well, do you, Bumbo? Do you need a hottie? Do you need some cute hottie? No, because you said you have a boyfriend, right? Bubba says, apparently Twitch was going crazy. Things all good now. Okay, I gotta make sure I'm watching because I think once the seance begins, I gotta pay attention to it, I suppose. All right, let's see what happens. Again, I think it's just gonna be him staring at the ground, right? I hope it's just with either his eyes closed or a close up on the rug. Okay. Close up on the rug. Gungle. Plume Punisher theme. Heavy. brain! Oh, so maybe he actually was stabbed instead of poisoned. So maybe I was wrong about that. Okay, so the gingle is because that's what he ate, and we established it has a strong smell, but you have to be done eating it by like 3 p.m. the previous day. The Plume Punisher theme, they're going to try and say that was from Maya's strap, but I think it's going to be from that alarm clock that was in the hideout, because we do have a picture of that in our court record. What was the other thing? It was Gingle, Plume Punisher, Heavy. Was someone pushing down on him? Oh my! It is just as Mr. Wright surmised. Praise the Lord wasn't the victim's true name. Judge, were you not paying attention? We established. Everybody already agreed to that. And now at last we have seen the victim's final moments. But all we could see was the ground. You seem terribly disappointed. I take it you did not find any fodder for one of your infamous turnabouts. I, on the other hand, have discovered something. Conclusive evidence that establishes the accused's guilt. And it's going to be the strap because it's a one-of-kind strap, right? Except... Okay, hang on. I have some thoughts. So we look at the photo, and this has information. Which has a statement. Believe statement has information on the family photo is taken during the blah, 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 blah. These dishes are only prepared during the feast, which starts at noon on the day before the rite and must be finished by 3 p.m. the same day. So that means that in order for him to be smelling the gingle, he has to have died back then. Yeah. I was going to say that he could have maybe died before the trade happened, but I guess he couldn't have done that because he... Unless maybe he's dead here already. He's just been stabbed in the back of the neck and his weekend at Bernie's-ing it up here after previously staring at a carpet and coincidentally praying. Something like that. Conclusive evidence that establishes the accused's guilt. You did? A most surprising surprise attack! So tell us, Prosecutor Satmati, what is this conclusive evidence you have found? The Plumed Punisher theme song that the deceased heard. Please consider this item here. It was confiscated from the accused during her interrogation. Hey, that's my Plumed Punisher strap! This is just like that old Norm Macdonald O.J. Simpson joke. Do you guys ever see that? So there was long time ago, there was the O.J. Simpson trial, and Norm Macdonald, when he was hosting Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live, if you ever go find a montage of all of his best bits, there's a part where they were showing the bloody glove that was used in the murder. That was part of the evidence. And he's like, a tough day in court for O.J. Simpson when the prosecution held up the bloody glove. And O.J. Simpson blurted out, "Hey, that's what happened to that. That's my favorite murdering glove," or something like that. So he's like, "Oh, the Plume Punisher strap that made the noise. This is my strap. That was what I was listening to while I was murdering." When you press the Magatama on the Plumed Punisher's belt. Oh, I love that song so much. I want that strap. Everyone's in rapt silence. I want to watch that show right now. It's so cool. So cool. It seems the accused inadvertently pressed the button in the midst of her crime. This strap is an extremely rare item, is it not, Miss Faye? Okay. In the real world, we would have something that we could do here. We'd be able to say, all right, so that music was playing when this happened in order to verify the time of death that was presumed in the autopsy report. Let's find that other crowd of people that was gathered around also praying and say, hey, y'all, which day and around what time was it that you heard that Plumed Punisher theme music playing, right? You better not break it! I like to wear it when I murder people! It's the only one of those in the whole wide world. Maya, no! Killer, wait. It is just as I said. Let me read some more in the chat. Exist says Alice by Heart. That's right. It was Alice by Heart, not Alice of Heart. Says is the musical's name. It's Alice in Wonderland, but set in World War II London during the Blitz. Said I'm doing good though. Currently waiting for a titanically sized game to download on my Steam Deck. Laughing. My internet's kind of trash. May I ask what game? Exist says, I love that song. My dad raised me on President's Music. Lol. So it's okay. We got one person who recognized that song. The Peaches song. Millions of peaches. Peaches for me. Millions of peaches. Peaches for free. Look out. Which I have heard. Because like when I first heard that song, I was a youngin'. I was just a little strapping lad. No one had tattooed the back of my neck though. Don't worry. I did not know that apparently, I think it's dirty. I think they're singing about like dirty stuff. I thought it was just a silly song about peaches. Magpie says, thanks for the incredibly gay audio. Exists as agreed. Wait, what? What was the incredibly gay audio? Bo says, I say this a lot. You say some of the most out-of-pocket things sometimes. What did I say? Quick, so by the way, I also have a clip incoming. So, so not that, but like a spoiler. It's a spoiler clip from today. Nora says, just waiting for the Betty Hart from Queen Katie. Queen Katie said, wait, did he say her name? I cannot just type that if he never said it. I did say it. Nora said he did. Bubba said he did say it. Queen Katie said, oh, then Betty Hart. Nora said he said, but this game had Betty to fame. Queen Katie said, I'm reeling from the soon-to-be crap name. Bill said, knowing his last name, you've probably heard it somewhere. Yeah, it's a well-known. There's a name out there. Nora says his last name is Robo, confirmed. Magpie says new headcanon. Logan's surname is Prime. Ooh, I do like that. Logan Prime. Spoiler, there's actually like some old message boards where I use that as an old screen name. But the problem is I couldn't always use I used it like a couple times, like, this is great. But then I found out there was like somebody else out there who's also using the name Logan Prime. And so I couldn't use it anymore. Disappointing. Quick Katie said, I'm shaking so hard. What were you shaking about? Exist says, that's me with one of my longtime IRL friends, lol. I've been friends with him since elementary school, but nowadays we play games online with a Discord group together more often than we see each other IRL, so I've accidentally called him by his screen name IRL a few times. That's what happens with Rukov. Because like I first met him through like playing Among Us and stuff like that in pandemic lockdown stuff, but like I knew other people who knew him, and then when I finally met him in person, I'm like, Rukov! And he's like, you can call me by my real name in person. I'm like, I can't! Quick Gator said, I've been holding this copy-paste so long! Soon, maybe, we'll see, but let's play a little bit more here. It is just as I said. Your flights of fancy have come crashing down on you. I still want to know what was the out-of-pocket thing I said, you guys. I need to know. She sure seems to be enjoying this. Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either. It is time to accept the fact that the divination seance is far more than mere evidence. It is the very truth that brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused. That is as conclusive evidence as evidence can get. Now then, if there are no further objections, objection! Further objection! Slow down there, your majesty. Just gonna rub on the bridge of his nose. It's okay, your majesty. Quiet down, it's fine, your majesty. Just take a deep breath. It's easy, your majesty. At least let me make a counter argument. What is this? That was so calming and then abruptly ended. Do you take issue with the divination seance? Oh, I have issues with it. I just don't know what they are yet. But that's never stopped me before. Being bad at being a lawyer has never stopped me from being a lawyer before. The divination seance is not the absolute truth. It only becomes the truth after it's been interpreted correctly. Grr! You do not know when you are beaten, do you, you foolish lawyer? I am the only one who speaks for the mitama of the deceased. Well, I mean, Maya right here, but it'd be like treason if she did, I guess. If you believe there to be errors in my insights, then let us see you prove it! Honestly, like, I wish we could have taken Maya alone by herself and say, all right, Maya, quickly channel the ghost of this guy. Although we would have had to figure out his name back then, too. But then, like, ask him, like, hey, tell us what happened. Raver's insight. All right, so, almost 2 hours in, we've reached our second testimony. I don't know if we're gonna get to that halfway point recess tonight. Let's save. Save. Quick Kitty says his Japanese real name. Oh, here's the copy paste. His Japanese real name, Fon Myo, comes from Hon Myo, which means real name. At least they changed a letter. The ha became a f. Why? They should have at least kept him as like Fon Myo then, because then we could have said, oh, that's an interesting sounding name. And then later we find out, it's like, oh, wow, that's a cool little Easter egg for those people who want to look it up instead of just real name. Krista with a keyboard slam. Oh, and Queen Katie with a clip. Let's load this clip up into the clip viewer so we can all watch this together. This clip from Queen Katie is titled, Ah, yes, real name, clipped 1 hour ago. Wait, was it an hour ago that we found? It wasn't an hour ago that we found out that was his name, right? Oh, move it there. All right. Why wasn't there anything to see? You're benevolent. What in the world? It's gonna be because his eyes were closed. He was praying the whole time. I was unable to evoke any sort of response. I called out the spirit's name many times, but to no avail. Oh, so is it gonna be that prays a lot that's not his real name? And we have to figure out what his real name is? We have to figure out what his real name is. We have to figure out his real name. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Queen Katie. Chris laughing. Bubba says, oh, that sigh. Queen Katie says, I'm literally dancing IRL right now. Crystal says, ha, I was correct. Logan facepalm said not the paused. Queen Katie's keyboard slam, ha. Crystal laughing. Ray says, this is the best thing I've ever witnessed. Really? That was the best thing you've ever witnessed. Queen Katie said, I'm a hyena right now. Exist laughing. Ray said, hashtag I was here. Nora says, lol, this game is over forever. Queen Katie said, my stomach hurts. Oh my gosh, wowzers, my soul. Crystal says, poor Logan, he's done. Queen Katie said, now Logan, would you call this the worst name in Ace Attorney? Yes! I mean, a dead man in real name. They should have a buddy cop drama in the afterlife. Ghost detectives with awful names. Oh my gosh. Bumbo said to Queen Katie, I would. Oh, and Queen Katie with a hydrate command. Crap, I just finished that one. Okay, Louis, you know, I'll save that hydrate for the next time I get to the chat here because I literally just drank some water there, but I will do it soon. Let's play just a little bit more right now. Oh boy. The victim was offering up his prayers. It was the night of the rite. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. Then someone was there, and the theme to the plumed Punisher filled the air, which we already know the clock in the hideout played that as well. The accused held the defenseless victim down and plunged her knife into his neck. The blade struck true, and in that instant he departed from this world. Wow. Wow. That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments. Her benevolence's insights have painted a detailed picture, both vivid and true. I didn't notice any holes there. As they stand now, those insights are really stacked against us. I'll just have to go over each and every one of the deceased's sensations very carefully. Okay. Oh crap, we gotta do it this way. I should have saved. Okay, can I save now? I can't remember if I can save now. I don't think I can. Save. We should probably keep staggering our saves. Wait, we've already gotten rid of all the magical turnabout ones. Darn it. I miss you, Betty. Okay. The victim was offering up his prayers. Yeah, because I can't press on any of these. It was the night of the rite. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. Then someone was there, and the theme of the plume Punisher filled the air. The accused held the defenseless victim down and plunged a knife into his neck. The blade struck true, and in that instant departed from this world. What if it wasn't even the plume Punisher theme? What if he, he just thought it is, and that's why the words are there? Well, I'd like to think that in universe they can hear it. Because remember, Steel Samurai sounds very similar. Okay, so victim was offering up his prayers. Let's see the sensations again. The gingle, that's probably important. There we go, night of the rite. It can't be the gingle. The gungle. The gungongle has to be wrong, right? Wrong, right? Right, wrong? Okay, so once that appears again, has to be finished by 3 p.m. the previous day. Gungal. And we're gonna, pause, and we're gonna select the smell of gungle.
Objection!
Is that right? I think it's right. Was it really the night of the rite? What do you mean? It could not be otherwise! The accused slew Acolyte Zealot after killing the high priest during the purification rite. The only problem is, the deceased spirit does not corroborate that. What's this? Take a good look at what the victim smelled. Yes, look at that smell! Look at his smell! Do you see how it says gungle? Acolyte Zealot couldn't have smelled any gungle on the night of the rite! What do you mean? Let me back up my statement with some evidence for you. This should explain how the victim couldn't have smelled the gungle on the night of the rite. Okay, I believe that's Bleeb's statement. Let's just double check it real quick. These dishes, are only prepared during the feast, which starts at noon the day before the rite, must be finished by 3 p.m. the same day. So this. Present! The high priest's wife, Believe in Me, told me about the Feast of Blessings. The feast includes a number of gluggle-based dishes, and they're only supposed to be served at a certain time the day before the rite. Why, I believe you're right! In fact, I believe you're Phoenix right! I had completely forgotten about that. Ha! During the feast, the unique smell of gluggle pervades the entire kingdom. The fact that the victim smelled it means he was murdered between noon and 3 p.m. the day before the purification rite. Hubbub, 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 gluggle, 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 gluggle. I am not so easily fooled. Did that autopsy report not make it clear? The estimated time of death was during the rite. Yeah, but it was because, like body temperature. The weather was cold, girl. Let me read some more in the chat. And now I will do that hydrate command that Queen Katie did. You get some fresh bottle cap opening here. There we are. Queen Katie says, Magpie, now! Magpie says, yes, that's exactly it. Corain tattooed an infant. 21-year-old is like, oh yeah, he became a monk. 20. Bubba says, born to pray, forced to reel. Nora says to Bumble, lol. Quigeti said, I know this from Detective Conan. It's the same for scars. Big scar on a child is a small scar on an adult. But that's what I'm saying. It's like your proportions, they like change, right? Right? I think. I've never had kids, but I'm pretty sure when kids grow up, they get big. Magpie says, I'm sure the actual canon is, quote, he's older than his fake identity claims. Oh, okay, no, that does make sense. But I think it's infinitely funnier if they just casually tattooed a baby and don't think anything of it. Okay, well, here's a question. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Aang had those, like, arrow tattoos that went, like, it was on his head, but then it was, like, down his body and his arms. And he was, like, how old was he supposed to be? Like, 12 or something? 12, 13? How old do you suppose he was when he got those, like, arrow tattoos? Because here's the thing, you can tattoo a baby. I am not saying you should tattoo a baby, but I'm saying you probably can do it. I'm sure, maybe there's been some instances in the past of like a serial tattooist, like a tattoo artist going around like breaking into homes and tattooing babies without parental knowledge or approval. I gotta say that'd be pretty useful though for like identical twins or something like that. Give one of them like a little mole under the eye right there, so you can tell them apart. Then we get older, it's like, oh yeah, it's just a beauty mark. This great little mole you were born with. But they don't know it was tattooed. I see no flaw in this plan. Quick Katie says, to be fair, Magpie, I'm 80% sure they never updated his age in the court record, so Baby Monk, yeah. Oh, does this court record say that like, is it updated to say it wasn't his real name? Oh, there we go, proven to be a fake name. His real name was real name. His real identity was that of a Coranus monk. Okay, so the big question is, why did he have this fake name? Like, why would he need to take on a new identity? I'm thinking it's possible that maybe real name had apostatized from Coranism and had joined the rebels. And maybe that's part of why he got the tattoo filled in, because he's like, I denounced Coranism and made it look like a peach. And then he was posing as a monk, because we already know that Abbott in me was like working with the rebels. And so if he did, he probably would meet with the rebels and is like, hey, I need one of you rebels to come help me, help this rebel escape from prison. So why don't you spend 2 years living at my house pretending to be a rebel? It's a long con. And then we'll go do this or something like that. I think the estimated time of death was during the rite. Oh, right. I taught her about that yesterday. Forgive me, your benevolence, but the estimated time of death is just that, an estimate. Depending on the circumstances, it's possible for it to change. I've learned about updated autopsy reports. Oh boy. What's this? Like, if a body was kept cold, the slow rate of decay makes the death seem more recent. Oh my. If only we had evidence to suggest that it was cold that day. Oh, the thick white ice that froze the ground. Oh yeah, look at that cold. And then the next day again, more cold. Cold front overnight, so much cold all the time. Why, I believe I have heard something of the sort before. If it is as Mr. Rite claims, the estimated time of death in the autopsy report will have to be revised. You thought I was going to say updated, but no. It'll be a revised autopsy report, not an updated one. Zealot's autopsy report updated in the court record. Let me read some more in the chat here. Bumble says, my real name is real name. It's a very real name. But Bumble, that means that this is you. This takes place in the near future. You're going to be murdered. Bumble! Nora said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through this whole stream because I'm tired. Is still tweaking out over Dungeon Meshi stuff. Well, I was going to say you probably have school in the morning, but tomorrow's Labor Day. So just be a judge of your own health and everything, Nora. Magpie says, I'm 100% sure because I checked and it bothers me. Quikita says, lol. Magpie says, I love the audio from the dance anyway. The music kicks butt. Exist says, someone said that was a Hamilton reference. I think someone had said that. Nora said, let's go, Rafe, I danced. But the problem was I was so behind that when I got to it, someone said it's a Hamilton reference and I couldn't remember what it was. And it must have been that. Chris says, I mean, is it not? Exist? No, it's not. Let's see, Nora says, it's crazy to think that Rafa is younger than Trucy. I know Trucy's just a little baby. Brian says their real name is Sue Donim. It's actually pretty close to, because there was the Donim was a last name of well, what's her name? It was Maya's mom? What was her first name? It was something Donim. So Brian, you're not far off. At all. Exist said fair, but like it's not the usual thing people would pull it from. Chris said, wait, he was in the room. Nora said heavy and pain. Chris says, oh really? I guess I'm just addicted to musicals these past few days. And Nora says, yeah, he wasn't paying attention. Bubba says, I was thinking heavy was his limbs giving out due to poison. I'm with Logan thinking it's poison. Oh, that's a good call. And so maybe, because, yeah, okay, so, especially if it was the same day, because I was thinking before it would just be a slow-acting poison. Vero!
Can you believe it, guys? A little over 2 sub-babies. I'm exhausted even though I slept a lot, so I think I'm gonna need to get some more sleep, then officially be around on Tuesday.
Vero! Oh, sorry, Fall Cry. Yeah, Vero! Thank you so much for re-upping the sub! 25 months! Actually, that's more than just, because a subscription baby is 9 months. So the third one is going to be at month 27. You're 2 months away from a third subscription baby. 2 is at 18 months. 3 is at 27 months. You're so close. Vero, I hope your leg is feeling better. Is it healing properly? I've been trying to make a point of mentioning in each stream that we're hoping that you're getting better. So if you check the VODs, you should be able to see those. We've been missing you, Vero. You missed this game. I want to say jumping the shark, but I mean, it didn't even jump the shark. It jumped up and the shark jumped up and it ate the game on its motorcycle. Oh, it was a motorcycle. What was it the Fonz used? Was it water skis or whatever? It was awful. It was awful, Vero. I resent this game. I think the whole magical turnabout case needs to be retroactively moved into Dual Destinies, and then the rest of this game is just, it's a lost cause. But Vero, do get some rest if you need to. I'm sure you're probably super sleepy, but it was so good seeing you, and thank you for popping in. We have missed you, Vero! And hopefully we can see you on Tuesday. We're getting very close to the end of Persona 3. I kind of want to try and fight Elizabeth again. I know I'm gonna fail. Will you guys be okay if I fight Elizabeth again on Tuesday? Is that allowed? But get some sleep, Vera. Or if you suddenly wake up and you're like, oh, I'm feeling great now and want to stay, we would love that too. But thank you so much for being here. You're awesome. We've missed you. We've missed you so much, man. Okay, we should probably play some actual game here. Let me have a sip of water here. Zealot's autopsy report updated in the court record. Cause of death was a spinal cord injury from being stabbed in the upper back by a bladed weapon. Wait, so it was updated. It's just gonna say that it was wrong? I don't like that. I can't like pronounce that because that's like saying that verbally, just with those consonants verbally, is very close to something very bad. You should choose your guttural grunts more carefully, Rafa. Okay, so what was the autopsy report now? What was updated? The face tattoo, the mark on his face. Oh, yeah, wait, so where was the update then? Cause death, blood wound appears to have been. Oh, so it just takes out the time of death. Time of death is just ejected out of there. Okay. Bobhead, you blinded me with science. Blinded me with science. She blinded me with science. Sorry. Wait, what am I apologizing for? I feel like Wendy's the only one who would have gotten that reference that I did just now. Please tell me somebody else knows that song. No matter. The murder may have occurred in the afternoon hours the day before the rite. Nevertheless, I mean, it would have been more convenient if he had died while Maya was in custody. I'm hoping we will still find out that somebody just had some illicit goal, because there was also the cold snap overnight. So it is possible that it could have been while Maya was already arrested. The murder weapon with the accused's prints on it is an incontrovertible evidence. I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth. Insight revised! The victim was offering up his prayers, blah, blah, blah. It was the afternoon on the day before the rite. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. Okay, all right, okay, we're set, right? The time of death has been corrected, leaving my insight infallible. All right, let's say before we do this again, because I have a sinking feeling I'm probably not going to be as lucky with this next insight. Yuck! Just want you to know I'm still here. I haven't had anything to say for a while. A change in the time of death is bound to cause some sort of an inconsistency. If I had something that showed what it was like on that day, you know, if I had perhaps a weather report of some reason, of some sort, talking about thick white ice on the frozen ground, there was no thick white ice on the carpet. So there we go. Okay, thank you for spoon feeding that to me, Phoenix. All right, well, no worries. We've got the next one. Okay then. Thank you, game. Yum yum. Thank you for spoon feeding that to me. So we got to find the one that says though the dark pattern on the plaza ground was visible. So we're gonna pause. We'll say nuh-uh. And can we present evidence this way with the court record? We just go like this thing and say present. How do we present evidence? Do I just gotta like click on a visual, the site of the carpet, or am I getting ahead of myself? Let's try it. We saved. Present. Objection! The change in the date and time of the crime has caused a new inconsistency to surface. We got it! Let's see, I gotta read some more in the chat though. Exist says, Crystal Valid, I feel that I'm musical brained most of the time. Nora said, wasn't she in prison when he was murdered? Well, what they're claiming, the prosecution's claim was that he was killed the same night while she supposedly, allegedly was up there killing Abbott and me. That she went up there, killed him, came down the stairs, and just for some reason decided, I'm gonna stab this guy also. So that was their claim, but they're wrong, clearly. Let's see. Quigator said he's about to see the semi-cursed clip from today. Said lol, he was about to see the name fact there. Quigator said out of pocket thing was the Nayuta X Peach ship. Oh! I forgot I said that. Yeah, Yeah, in retrospect, that was pretty messed up. I'm sorry. I have no, yeah, I got no defense. I am sorry, that was messed up. Exist said, yeah, it was the Nayuta going on about peaches for like a minute. Magpie says, I'm sure we could have a lot of fun with the audio editing of this stream if one were so inclined. Nora said, whenever I go to Utah again, like for Fan X or something, if I meet Logan and he calls me Nora, I feel like my brain would buffer because obviously no one calls me that IRL. Well, here's the thing. If like we ran into each other at FanX, spoiler, I'm probably not gonna be at FanX unless my work has me like working there again. But if say like something like that happened, you would recognize me, but I wouldn't recognize you. I know what a few of you look like. And that's about it. I know what Rukov looks like. I know Crystal has posted pictures on Discord. Recently Exist posted a picture on Discord. I know what Wendy looks like. Like I know a few of you look like. Most of you I don't. And so most of you, if I saw you, like you would have the opportunity to say, oh hi, I am some random person named, you know, Philip or something like that. And I've seen your stream, call me Philip. And I'd be like, okay, Philip. And then it's like, ha, I was not Philip. I am on the stream as Philman7. Nora said, there's this one cosplayer I met last year and she still remembers my name. And sometimes when I say hi, she says, hi, real name. And my brain tweaks out for just like a second. A lot of brain tweaking, I'm noticing, Nora. Make sure you're taking care of your brain. Magpie says, incidentally, fo and ho, I believe are the same characters in Japanese, usually. Well, because yeah, it's like similar stuff. Like I think it's like written differently because I think the F sound usually comes from the fu instead of hu, and so it'd be fu ho probably. I think. I don't know how it would be like if it would be more properly romanized as like F-U-O or so. I don't know. I don't know. Duolingo hasn't taught me how to say real name. And Magpie says, ghost detectives with awful names. No, that's Ghost Trick, but understandable mistake. Aw, I do miss Ghost Trick. Ghost Trick was fun, though. Quigator said, by the way, I got distracted for a bit, but as it happens, this seance is all that's left for trial part 1, so we might be okay. Let's try to get to the recess, then. Let's try to get to the recess. Has caused a new inconsistency to surface. What's this? Og, you are making that irritating face again. Cease that at once. Okay, you don't want my cocky, irritating face? Look at that. Is that better? Is that a better face? Did I do that right? I couldn't see my camera because my hand was in the way. Sorry, but this is the face I was born with. That's right. That's right. I just popped out of my mom going, Then the doctor spanked me and I cried. Now let's focus on what is important, what the victim saw in his final moments. Okay, oh, so we're back here. Oh, no, that's right. I just need to present the evidence that shows there should have been ice on the ground. To have bats in the belfry, bobbed head, bat reference. There is nothing to see. The ground at the plaza was all that entered the victim's eyes. And that's what I find so strange. Oh, guys, I just had a thought. Hear me out, because, okay, we have this photograph, which is like the day of the Gilgal feast, and he's there, but if it's during the feast, he should be out there getting murdered. What if this is gonna be like the second trial in a row with twins? Because it's like a fake person. He might have a twin brother, a twin bro, and one twin brother killed the other twin brother. I'm just tossing that out there, taking a big swing, so if I'm right, y'all will be impressed. And that's what I find so strange. On the day before the rite, it should have been impossible to see that pattern on the ground. Impossible, you say? Do explain. Well, even if it was white ice, he could have like gone before praying. Like if I went onto a rug outside and had to like kneel down on it, and there's a lot of ice, I'd probably like brush it off first, and then like, and if it was icy, get like a little scraper and, or like maybe I don't have a scraper, get like a credit card out. This piece of evidence shows why the plaza's ground was not visible that day. This one. Present.
Take that!
This newspaper has an article that is tiny in size, but huge in importance, which I keep telling Edgeworth is a totally valid state. It's okay to be tiny in size, you can still be huge and important. And Edgeworth just sits at the foot of the bed crying because he doesn't believe me. And anyway, it says that the ground was covered with thick white ice the day before the rite. What? But the victim did not see so much as an ice cube on the ground. Exactly. And so we must ask, what was the victim looking at in his final moments? If you have something to say, then say it. Wait, hang on. Let's take another look at that. We have a picture of inside here. Did that have a rug? That's his hands! So he was stabbed in here with his hands up against that. But how did he even get up? And that's why he heard the Plume Punisher music. Someone didn't even need to take the clock down. The clock just went off. So that's the pattern. Yay. If you have something to say, then say it. Ha! The last thing the victim saw was not the ground at the Plaza of Devotion. This can only mean that he was killed elsewhere. Okay, let me present the photo. What? Hey! Everyone in unison. Wah! Oh, that was the judge. What? And where do you propose the victim was actually killed? Please, game. Please let me go straight there. Don't let Phoenix go. Well, that's what we gotta figure out. I don't know. I guess it'll take a little while to do the. Please. Let me save just in case. I want the game to be nice to me. But why would anything nice ever happen to me? Yes, tell us where, otherwise your argument is worthless. No, Phoenix, just let me. Turn it over to me. Phoenix, let me pull on your hair and ratatouille you to tell you where it was. I hadn't gotten to that part yet. Yes, I did. Any ideas, Maya? Let me think. Oh, this was a bad idea, Nick. I don't like thinking. Well, it's somewhere green and shaggy, right? Right, but where could that be? What is it, Bobbed Head? Giving up already? Not at all. Now, where have I seen something green and shaggy? Ha! This shows where the... Oh, thank you. This shows where the victim was killed. Here, present. Ha! The secret hideout the rebels were using! We got like 40 minutes. We're totally gonna get to that recess tonight. Let me read some more in the chat though. Exist says, oh yeah, the giant game I'm slowly downloading is Final Fantasy 15. I played it, finished it, and got the platinum trophy for it on PS4, but I want all quests again on Steam Deck with better graphics, loads, and mods. I didn't even think of mods. I got that on PS4 ages ago, but I never got around to finishing it. I need to go back and finish it. It was a fun game. Not quite as big and sprawling as epic as I want for a Final Fantasy game, though. It was just a lot of like, here's the road trip. We'll drive down there. Now we drive back over here. Now we drive over there. And then we drive over here. Oh, and now our car can fly, so we can fly over here. And then we fly back over there. And we drive over here and drive back. It's like, it was so tiny. And I get that was kind of the concept. It's like, this one's just a road trip game. It's like, well, then don't call it a Final Fantasy game. Call it like, Road Trip of Destiny. I don't know. But I do like, who's the character? Iris or Iris? How do you say her name? She was adorable. Quigator said, that's fun. Quigator said, salute Betty Hard. He's doing good already, guys. Dora said, Maya might have actually been the murder. Look at that smell. Bottle cap ASMR. Twitch lagging bad for me. Is it lagging for anyone else? Magpie says, Rafa is 14 and she has tattoos. And Nayuta has the forehead mark in the childhood photo. So I think Karain just tattoos children. You know what? Honestly, you're right. You have a very good point. I think you're right, Magpie. Okay, let me have a sip of water, then we'll get back to this. The secret hideout the rebels were using! The rebel hideout? Yeah, you were there, Rafa. There was no such place anywhere on the floor of the chamber. You dumb Rafa. Oh, you're absolutely right. There is no place. On the floor, anyway. Then what did the victim see in his final moments, if not the floor of the rebel hideout? This is what the victim saw in his final moments. That thing. The shaggy green surface the victim saw was one of the moss-covered stone slabs. So he was killed there, and then his body was taken down and propped up to look like he was praying. And so he was just there for 2 days and didn't decompose and start to smell because of the cold weather. I got it, okay. As you can see, there are 2 distinct hand-shaped impressions in the moss here. I believe the victim was killed while he stood there with his hands pressed against the slab. You know, once again, easy enough to prove. Like, we should send Emma up there and say, like, hey, check the fingerprints. Because like, if they're full handprints, you should be able to at least get some prints. Yeah, you can go check and see if they match. Then we can prove it. No, don't object. Just check the fingerprints. Does that agree with the seance vision? However, that does agree with the seance vision. However, one cannot definitely declare that they are one and the same. Yes! Fingerprints. I concur. Have they never heard of fingerprints? There is no proof that a murder occurred in the rebel hideout. The clock that makes the sound. Indeed, what evidence do you have of this? Oh, I've already shown you the evidence. What do you mean? Please take a look at this second version of the photo I just showed you. I drew blood on it, which once again, we should be able to check and we'll be able to see that's his blood. You can see the results of the luminol test I performed in the rebel hideout. This is proof positive that someone's been bleeding in front of that stone slab. Is this true? Oh yeah, Rafa was there. She's got to be able to corroborate this, right? This information has already been provided to the police. Oh, so Emma, all right. Test the blood. Nora said, I don't know if I can hold on for another hour. I'm exhausted, might have to leave early. Okay, Nora, take care of yourself. If you need sleep, I understand. If you get your second wind, feel free to come back. But sleep well, have a great rest of your night. Check out the VOD. Otherwise, we're gonna start reading everybody's diaries. Nora said, stream frozen for me. Bubba said, not for me. Is there anybody else that's having problems with that? Bill says, Aang was 12 when he got his tattoos. Oh, okay, it's been so long since I've seen it. So within a year, he became the master, learned he was Avatar, and got sealed into a ball of ice. Here's the question. How do you count birthdays and years and things like that? Because, like, if he's frozen in that ice, say on, like, November 1st, and then unfrozen on, like, March 28th, is his birthday the same day? Or do you have to, like, subtract the number of days that he was frozen? And if his birthday is the same day, well, then you gotta say that, like, it exists independent of him being frozen. In which case, when he unfroze, he was like, what? Like, how old was he? How long was he in there? He was like in there a long time. Like, ages. So he's like old at that point. It's weird. Nora said, I'm gonna go to sleep soon because I have to stay. I'd love to stay, but I'm exhausted. Like I said, do get some sleep, Nora. Thank you for being here. Sleep well. Good night. Magpie says, Elise Doneem. That's what it was. And Quigator said, Vero, I missed you so badly. Vera said, Katie. Crystal said, puzzle. Vera said, I did too. Chris said, puzzle back. Nora says, hello. Quigator said, crying hugs. Beowulf says, puzzles. Vera says, I crashed so hard after the wedding. Sleep felt like blinking. Quigator said, mood. I hope it was fun. Nora said, we missed you. Quigator said, also, Logan has seen the real name, so look forward to the VOD. Vera said, it was fun, but man, I was running around all day. Bill says, you missed Logan beating the Reaper and taking out Elizabeth only to immediately die. Vera said, weddings are at night in here, so I was running around for more like 10 hours. A friend of mine is getting married next Friday, or this upcoming Friday, I guess. But it's such a long drive up there. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it in time for my, it's on Saturday of that week, I believe it. I'm not sure if I'll make it back in time for my improv show. Quigator said, yeah, Vero, you have so many fun VODs to watch. And quote number 15 is Stick's twin brother, Stuck, Little Nightmares 2, October 23rd, 2021. And Vera says, oh, yeah, my foot is almost healed. Thank goodness. I'm so glad, Vero. You're probably already gone, but hopefully you can hear this in the VOD. I need some water. There we go. Okay. This information has already been provided to the police. Detective Sky, to whom does this blood belong?
We thought it was the high priest blood that flowed in from outside, so we haven't tested it yet.
Then you oh, that's why we're gonna have a recess. Then you must do it so at once. And check the fingerprints.
Yes, Your Majesty.
How long does a DNA test? Down! Thank you, Tomcat. How long does a DNA test take to come back? Oh, we didn't have a recess. Okay. Oh wait, was that the halfway mark though? There was no pause to save. But thank you, whoever did the Tomcat. I don't know who did that. I gotta read some more. Quick said we're almost to 200 quotes. Vera says laughing. Bubba says go ahead. Oh, and Beowulf with a clip. Oh, that was the Elizabeth fight. So we've already shown that here, but Vero, yeah, you should check that out. Nora said, Rafa, you can't say that. Oh, I know, it was inappropriate. Rafa gonna get canceled. Quick said, is it Bill Nye the Science Guy? No, it's a song. I think it's just called Blinded Me with Science. I actually don't know who does it, but it's like from the 80s? Blinded me with science. Let me look it up. Hang on. Blinded me with science. Okay, it's a song by She Blinded Me with Science, the full title. A song by Thomas Dolby, released in 1982. So there we go. I just know that it's a song. Wendy probably would have been able to tell you guys all that. Brian says you're talking about the song by Dolby. There we go. I didn't know his name. Okay. Says blinded me by science. Said I'm yes, Brian. Thank you for being Wendy tonight. Nora said I find I fall asleep soon. If you need to sleep, Nora, get some sleep. Or if you want to stay, feel free to. Queen Katie said I Faith in Logan. It's a little obvious when you think about it. Well, they kind of spoon-fed this one to me. All right, let's keep going. It appears the police have finished testing the blood. Detective Sky, your report, please.
The blood found in the rebel hideout, ... dramatic pause. Look around. Build intention. Time to say it. Belongs to Perez a lot, just like the defense claims.
Detective Sky, do you realize what your blunder has done to me? No, you're supposed to like her. You two are supposed to smooch. Wasn't a blunder. Oh, this is what, when this trial concludes, I want to see you in my prayer chamber. Don't worry, you're not really in trouble. It's just a pretext to have some alone time with you, Emma Sky. Mwah, yes. There, I will deliver a joyous sermon. A joyous sermon onto you. Not unto, but onto? You can do sermons onto people? For 8 hours straight. Wow, 8 hours? He's got some stamina. I didn't know that's what the kids are calling it these days. Delivering sermons onto each other.
Oh, I'll bring some Gatorade. I'll need to replenish my electrolytes. I'm really sorry, but please, anything but that.
Nick, maybe, just maybe, I did the murder. Is that a problem? This is the chance we've been waiting for! Yep, it would seem so. I hate to do this to Emma, but... Go for it! It's full speed ahead! Ha! The victim was killed in the rebel hideout the day before the purification rite. Then, his body was moved to the Plaza of Devotion by someone we've yet to identify. So, when we thought we saw Acolyte Zealot praying during the rite, he was already dead! The problem is that, like, okay, even if we can show that, Maya didn't kill him, unless we can prove who did and that person also killed Abbott and me, Phoenix and Maya are still gonna die tomorrow. So, yeah. Oh! She's a fraud! Kill her! Dethrone the government! We are easily swayed to extremism! And that's not all. If he was killed at the Inner Sanctum, that would explain one more thing. And that would be... how the time of death was made to look later than it actually was, the proof of which was left behind at the sanctum. Well, okay, here, hang on, save. I'm guessing it's gonna be the picture that shows the snow pushed away? Maybe? I guess? Where, are these the pictures? So he, so he was buried in snow to preserve him? Okay, let's try that. I saved.
Take that!
Why? These are photos of the inner sanctum? I'd like you to focus on this one. The proof is right here in this photo. This is how the time of death was made to appear later than it really was. You see how the snow has been like removed from this one spot only? That's because it was used to keep the victim's body cold. And that's why the time of death wasn't what it seemed. The time was mistaken, and the place too. And just what do you believe that proves? That my client is innocent? What of her fingerprints on the dagger and the plumed Punisher theme? The plumed Punisher theme was the clock. We should at least be able to show that. You have failed to address these two key pieces of evidence. Ark! I see your point. Wasn't this your big chance, Nick? What is wrong with you? Ah! I'm really hoping that the difference in location can invalidate either the weapon or the theme song for being used as evidence against you. Actually, that might be possible. At least for one of them. Really? What's this? You say you can contradict our argument for a key piece of evidence? Oh, very well, let us see you try. Nick, take a good look at the Rebel Hideout photo. The defense can invalidate this piece of evidence, the Plumed Punisher theme. The Plumed Punisher theme? And how do you intend to support such a claim? Since the murder happened in the Rebel Hideout, oh, there's something there that played the theme song other than my client's strap. Rafa should remember this. She demanded ownership of the clock. She seized it and stole it. It wasn't the strap. Is this true? The item that played the Plume Punisher theme song was this. I don't even need to save because I know what these things are. I just want to get right there. Yes, present. This is a Plumed Punisher alarm clock. I need to read some chat. I'm actually running out of breath from all this shouting and talking. Quickity says, yay. Nora says, yippee. That's true. I'd have to tell you I'm Nora Lal. Brian said, you don't know what I look like. Brian, I don't know what you look like, but I know what Corey Feldman looks like, and that's close enough. Magpie says, I look like a magpie. Next question. Bill said, you'll probably find out what myself and Weedle find out within the next 4 years, and you'll know it's us, because Fundip. I just assume you guys are going to start, like, stalking me at work. Says, at least few years. I don't know how many years he's going to be doing it. Nora said, I'm going to sleep. Bye, friends. Good night, Nora. Thank you so much for being here. Sleep well. I hope you enjoy the VOD if you come back and watch it. Quickity said, good night, Nora. Brian says, also, you doing your cocky face, irritating face sounded very Goldblum. Oh, I'll take that as a compliment. I wish I could sound Jeff Goldblum, but he does those, kind of, noises, I wish I could do a Goldblum impression. Exist says the music changed at the perfect time for that. Quickity said, I'm sorry, going what outside, my caption said the F word for some reason. Dear closed captions, I did not say the F word. Please stop besmirching my good name and my innocent mouth. Quickity said, okay, so when I mute to do things, my caption stops, and then when I come to unmute, it continues with the current sound, so I have an interesting screenshot. That just reminds me of, I remember years ago there was a meme, I can't remember how it's, like when it started, or if but I stumbled upon this meme where somebody was watching, I can't remember what the show was. Oh, well, the show was Futurama, okay? But then they like switched to something else, it was like a news report or something, and the closed captions just got to the line, child abduction. But then when they switched back to Futurama, like the caption stayed on that. And so like the entire episode, it looked like every character was just saying child abduction over and over again. And I remember the person was posting screen caps, it was just like Bender going, child abduction. And so that was the worst Bender impression. Wow, over and over again. But I want to see that screenshot. Magpie says, well, now I want to see Law. Me too. Queen Katie said 12 things left in this trial part 1. 12? What are we at now? Okay, let's keep going then. This is a plumed Punisher alarm clock. I believe the victim heard its alarm go off. What proof do you have that the alarm went off? Girl, you know what you were there when it played. You know it has the same sound. What proof do you have that it was my client's strap that played the theme song? Oh! Do not twist the facts with your lawyerly wiles. Either way, the accused would still be guilty based off of her prints on the murder weapon. Well, that sucks. And here is what really happened. Insight revised. Oh, so there's still more insight stuff. The victim stood with his hands on the stone slab in the hideout. It was the afternoon on the day before the rite. Oh, and then everything's the same. Okay, all right. Though there have been some twists and turns, that is the truth of what happened. Let's save again because I have a feeling we're gonna have to like click on insight stuff again. I've done it well a couple times, but I have a sinking feeling that struggles are on the way. Arg! I won't get anywhere until I can eliminate the dagger. Most impressive, your benevolence. I see no inconsistencies anywhere in the prosecution's case. No, there is one. Just trust me. Just for real. There is one. Whoa, what's this? You still claim there to be an inconsistency? Humph. Try as you might, the outcome will always be the same. Okay, well, we gotta also think about weight. That if he's standing up, the weight would have been pushing him forward, not pushing him down. The weight wasn't pushing him down, it's that he was pushing the slab and it's getting closer because he's going against it. Because remember when we pushed it, the whole room started shaking, right? The victim stood with his hands on the stone slab at the hideout. It was the afternoon the day before the rite. Then someone was there, and the theme of the Plume Punisher filled the air. The accused plunged her knife into the defenseless victim's neck. The blade struck true, and in that instant, he departed from this world. Okay. It's gotta be the heavy thing, right? It's that he... Where does it say that he stood? After... There we go. The victim stood with his hands on the slab in the hideout. So it's got to be the heavy thing, right? Heavy. I guess we'll try. We did just save. Touch. Heavy touch. He was experiencing some very heavy touching.
Objection!
The victim was originally thought to have been stabbed while bent over in prayer. I think we got it! But he was actually standing with his hands against the stone slab. So the question is, where did the sensation of something heavy come from? Oh, yes, I see your point. Ha! Since the victim was standing, he couldn't have been held down. Eep! Then tell us, Mr. Rite, what was that heavy sensation felt by the victim? What caused the heavy sensation? Zealot felt. Any thoughts, Maya? I agree. That sense of heaviness seems important, but there's also the matter of Zealot's hands on the stone slab. Why were they even there? Why do we have hands? Hands are weird. You just got these little stumps that then split and all these little danglies, these bony noodles. Could it be related to the cause of the heavy sensation? And he was pushing. Well, Mr. Rite, do you have an answer for us? Oh, of course! If I just envisioned the state Zealot was in when he was killed. The cause of the heaviness in the victim felt was the falling stone slab, the culprit jumping up. Oh, so the slab fell on him? That's what we're going with? And so that's why the blood was where it was in the picture. It's because he was here and it fell over and splatted him. And that it severed his spine by hitting the back of his neck, and that's why he had to be stabbed in the back of his neck. So that's gonna show that the cause of death was not the knife. So that's gonna help us. The falling stone slab. The only conceivable cause is the stone slab falling over, trapping the victim underneath. Hey! Ah! Whoa! The stone slab came falling down on him, crushing him underneath. Right, that was the cause of the heavy sensation the victim felt. While your theory is impressive, you have overlooked a key fact. The victim was not crushed to death, rather he was stabbed. He died from a spinal injury. We just assumed it was a knife because there was a knife in his spine. I should read some more in the chat. Huh. By the way, we're 15 minutes away from the 3-hour mark, so if people want to start giving potential raid suggestions for later on, I would not be opposed to it. See, Exist says, to the contrary, I struggle to stay engaged with the average Final Fantasy game, so 15 was the perfect size and pace for me. Plus, I got hopelessly attached to all the characters. The characters were very fun and endearing. But also that game, Final Fantasy 15, ruined the word recipe for me. Because I just hear, what was the line like? I have a new recipe. I can't, like when I hear recipe, I can't not think of that voice saying recipe. But it was fun. I just didn't feel like it was a Final Fantasy game. My very favorite game of all time is an old retro game. It's Final Fantasy VI. It's amazing. Magpie says, the fact that Kring tattoos children makes the fact that Dats doesn't have any tattoos fascinating to me. Does Dats definitely not have any? Because we heard that they have tattoos somewhere in their body. Have you seen all of Dats's body? Bill said, speaking of driving games, never forget about Desert Bus. Why have I heard of that? Is that one where you're just like driving forever in the desert or something? That sounds so familiar. Magpie says, can you fingerprint moss, Logan? Why not? If it left a full handprint, there's probably fingerprints. Yes. I'm gonna say that he pushed so hard that he squished the moss into the stone and left fingerprint green residue. So yes. Quick Katie said Logan is moss. Does one get fingerprints on, say, grass? If the grass was like fluffy and squished? Like if you ground it up into powder and I squished it, I would say yes. Magpie says lol, same brain cell. Quick Katie said, yeah, Bill said about 100 years. That's how long Aang was frozen, 100 years. Quick Katie said, you will know when the recess happens, trust me. Magpie says, there is a video of Bill 9 dancing to it though. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Exist says, now you're out here setting the mood. Quick Katie says, 8 more things, and then 2:37:19. Oh, I am only 10 minutes behind. Well, I guess it's understandable. Oh, in fact, if I scroll down, I can see the end of chat. Because a lot of people have gone to bed now. But let's keep going. See if we can try and reach that recess. If there's 8 more things, spoiler, we are not going to reach the recess. The victim was not crushed to death, rather he was stabbed. Oh, yeah. Or do you claim that the dagger was plunged in after the slab had fallen on him? Yes. Yes, Nayuta. Yes. Plus, had the killer been behind the victim, they would have both been crushed together. Why do you think the killer was behind the victim? The killer was on the other side of the slab going boop like that, and the slab falls over. What's wrong with you, Nayuta? Well, would you care to explain? Sure, I'd love to. That doesn't mean I can. Yes, you can. How could the dagger have been plunged in after the slab fell on the victim? The killer couldn't have plunged the dagger into the victim after the slab fell on him. But what if the murder weapon wasn't what we thought it was? Well, there were other weapons in the rebel hideout. But the entrance to the hideout is right by the stone slab. There isn't enough space between the two to use any of the weapons found within. Yeah, there's not much space by the entrance. What are you talking about space by the... What does it have to do with anything? He was killed there dragged down to the bottom of the mountain and then the knife was plunged. What are you talking about? Space by the entrance? So what was the real murder weapon then? I better think of something. If the murder weapon wasn't a dagger, then the dagger must have been plunged into the victim after he was already dead. That means he was stabbed at least twice, but the autopsy doesn't mention that. Then he must have been stabbed in the same spot with something shaped like a dagger. The ledge, the edge of the thing. Isn't that enough to like that? Do we have to find something else that was dagger shaped? Why does it have to be something dagger shaped? Let's look at the photo. Okay, because they're all long things. I guess you could take an arrow and like that. But what are we gonna do? Like prop it up against this thing? Again, that's a ledge. That's a sharp stone edge. He falls down, hits that right in his neck, spinal cord severed. He dead. Right? Would the defense care to offer an explanation sometime this century? Save. The game's gonna be mean to me. The game's gonna be so mean to me. I can just sense it. Wait. Wasn't there something dagger-like near the scene of the crime? Well, the clock has a fake Warbad dagger. Something that had a shape similar to the Warbad dagger. Oh, it's going to be the statue that when it turns around, got impaled on one of the pointy feather things on the statue. Gavel slam! Present your evidence at this time, Mr. Wright! This shows what really killed the victim. Okay, I'm going to save again. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Warbad statue. Yes, save. Because the thing turned around, yeah. So, that's going to be this picture. Because, this the thing. Unless something else has a... Maybe it's this, because this shows the... That's why there was all this blood here. And that's why the pool was already red. It was red because of real names blood. So the question is, do I present this picture and point to that, the big pointy thing with lots of blood on it, or do I point to the diagram that shows an aerial view of the big pointy thing with all the blood on it? I'm going to guess the photo, because then we can just point to that thing. So let's try this. Because why else would we still even have this photo? We got rid of all the useless evidence before. So let's try it. Present!
Take that!
Oh, yeah! I think we got it. Is this not the photo from the scene of the High Priest murder? Are you suggesting the murder weapon is hidden herein? This is what really took Pere Zealot's alive. His name is not Pere Zealot. His real name is real name. This thing. This is this thing. Present! But that's the Warbad statue! Uh-huh, exactly. The Warbad statue has dagger-like feathers protruding from it. Ha! That is what really took the victim's life! Oh. You imbecilic fool! The statue is outside of the hideout. How do you propose it impaled someone who is inside? Revolving door. That's it. There. Haven't you heard? The Warbad statue also functions as the hideout's door. What do you mean? The statue can pull a complete switcheroo! Switch-eroo? Is that some sort of marsupial? To put it simply, it's a revolving door. That's what I said. A revolving door? Why, that makes perfect sense! And then we'll probably present my statement that the pool was already red. Therefore, I believe the truth behind the divination seance to be this.
Open. There we go. All right, gotta look at this. Oh, I just want to touch this mossy slab.
As the victim entered the secret hideout, the stone sculpture came toppling toward him.
Oh no, it's so heavy. Oh, stop it. No, please don't.
He threw up his hands to stop it, but its weight forced him backwards.
Oh, please, it's so heavy. Oh, why do I smell goggle? Oh, ow. Oh, my spinal injury in my neck.
Unfortunately, the Warbad statue was right behind him. This cannot be!
Hubbub. Why did he keep making voices for the guy dying? That was very unprofessional.
But the accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger. She had held it while rehearsing for the rite, which is when her prints got on it. This is a shocking turn of events, but there is a great deal of circumstantial evidence in the defense's favor. Oh, I believe we must accept that the Warbad statue was what killed the victim. Warbad statue added to the court record. Its sharp protruding feathers took pure Pere Zealot's life. It's also a revolving door. How many more things do we have before the recess? Do we still have 7? Because then one of them's going to be like probably presenting Maya saying that the pool already had blood. There'll still be like 6 other things. Quick Eddie says, dear closed captions, buddy. You okay? Well, because I said dear DEAR, like I was addressing closed captions, like you do a letter, like dearest Penelope. I was saying dear closed captions. Said fine, I'll post it, I guess. I'll spoiler tag it just in case. Well, am I allowed to see it? Let me know if I'm allowed to see it. Quick Eddie said, it's there. Warning for weird sentence stuff, lol. It's 2 different things Logan talked about because I muted. It got mushed together. Exist says, the number of times Phoenix has been able to source trust me bro his way out of court case successfully should be studied. He's not good at his job. Before I started playing these games, I always assumed a game called Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney would be about a guy who's really good at being an attorney, but he's not. He's awful. Quick Eddie said, might as well say now 6 more things. Was this one of them? So still 5. So Maya seeing the blood will be 4. There'll still be 4 more things. Hey!
Hey Logan, sorry for coming in very late. We were at a U-Pick farm stand and my mom insisted we stay for the live music and then ended up not liking any of the bands, so it's been a day.
But was it good quality time that you spent together? I mean, I think that could be good. I think even if you're spending quality time with somebody, even if you're doing something that you're not enjoying, like listening to music that you don't like the bands, I think it could still be a win. But how you doing, Jorge? I was looking forward to seeing you today because I remember you said the other day that you'd hopefully be able to like hang out on Sunday. But you know what? Like I said, quality time with family is important, so it's totally understandable. But how, other than not liking the bands, how is you said it was a U-Pick farm stand? What's a U-Pick farm stand? Is that kind of like a farmer's market type of a thing? Is it like, I'm imagining like a farm you go to and they just have like food stalls set up where you just like go around and it's like, I will have an ear of corn and a bundle of wheat and a satchel of oats and a calf or something like that. But Jorge, thank you so much for the 10 bits. How are you doing? We were getting close to a recess possibly. Since you're just getting here, should we go a little bit over time to try to get to the recess, y'all? I think if Jorge is able to stay a little bit, we can stay a little bit over time. Because I missed you, Jorge! Okay, let's keep going. Now that we know how Acolyte Zealot really met his demise... Oh, Jorge, I gotta tell you. So, the Acolyte named Praise a Lot, because he's a Zealot and he praises a lot. He died, but we found out Praise a Lot is not his real name. Jorge, have you played this game? Jorge, do you know what his real name is? Jorge, Praise a Lot's real name is real name. I'm so done with the names in this game. Now that we know how Acolyte Zealot really met his demise, there's no basis for claiming my client committed this crime. Nice work, Nick. Too bad I'm still convicted of yesterday's murder. We're still gonna die. But, I mean, good job, I guess? How can this be happening yet again? The divination seance is the only truth. No, your benevolence. It's not the truth itself, but it is a means for shedding light on the truth. Ah! Do you understand now? Your kingdom needs lawyers so that they can interpret your insights. I don't think would have ever expected to hear that. Your kingdom needs lawyers. But I'm sad now. I wanted to help you die. That means I have been misinterpreting the voices of the spirits all this time. See, this is what I was talking about before. She's going to feel super guilty if she thinks that there were people who were falsely executed because of her actions, that she's indirectly responsible for innocent people dying. I mean, that's got to be tough for a person, let alone a 14-year-old girl. Also, I think this is the first time we've seen this sprite. It's her sad and full of regret sprite. Your benevolence, are you unwell? Well, the color has drained from your face. I will be fine. Continue your proceedings without me. As you wish. Disappear. I feel kind of bad for her, but oh well. Now then, I would have the defense continue. Please explain what you have learned now that we know how the victim actually died.
A you pick is basically you go out to the field and pick what you want. It was kinda hot but overall very fun.
Huh.
They also had pre-picked stuff you could buy.
Okay, that's probably what I would go for, because I feel like I would not know how to pick the crops properly. And I don't know if I'd know how to pick the good one. I feel like with corn, I'd probably be able to tell, like, peel back a bit of the husk and like see a good ear of corn. But other than that, I go to the grocery store. I don't know how to pick out like a good watermelon or a cantaloupe or something like that. I'm trying to learn how to pick a good block of cheese because, I love a good block of cheese. But that's interesting. That does sound like a fun activity. I think as long as like my survival was not dependent on eating that food and it's just like, let's take it home and cook it. And if I picked wrong, well, that's a learning experience for me. Then that could be fun. But I've never heard of that before. That's really cool. So I hope you had fun. Like I said, it could be, even if the bands weren't that great, it can still be a nice bonding experience with you. You said it was with your mom that you went, right? I'll have to scroll to the chat to see where that was. In fact, once I get some music, I got to read some more in the chat. But I hope you had lots of fun, Jorge. But we are at the 3-hour mark, so I need to know. In fact, I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to ask y'all. Should we wrap up at 3 hours? Wrap up. We're so sleepy. Or the other option will be keep going till recess. Go ahead. We will, why not, allow additional votes. And do cast your votes for anyone who is still awake. And let me know. Acolyte Zealot was killed in the hideout before the High Priest murder. That means the body found at the Plaza of Devotion was moved there by the real killer. But only after the Warbad dagger was thrust into him. To make it look like the murder weapon. That does seem to agree with what we now know. But why would the real killer go to such lengths? To frame Maya. I believe stabbing Acolyte Zealot's body with the dagger and moving it to the plaza was a warning from the Twilight Realm. A crime committed just for fun. Just for funsies. To make it look like a serial murder. It was an attempt to make my client look like a serial killer. Ha! That's right! The real killer planned all of this! This forged serial murder case! They did? That's it, Nick! Keep hammering away! I need to learn that so I can say it along with him. Your reasoning has more holes in it than that cheese you foreigners so enjoy. I was just saying how much I love cheese. No, I love cheddar though. Cheddar doesn't have holes. The Swiss cheese got holes. The Swiss, I'm gonna be honest, Swiss cheese is kind of mid. It's a little mid. Let me read some more chat while we got some music here. Exist says, "Code, that's it. I've come up with a new recipe." Is the line laughing? That's a totally fair observation. Magpie says, "Have you seen all of Datz's body?" Says that's between him and me. Don't you mean Dats? between him and me. Quickity said, so much purple here. Bill said, driving 8 hours from Arizona to Nevada in real time, but you can't just let it play because there's a pull on the bus, so like we'll kind of list to one side. Quickity said, never mind. And Blue, I'm sitting here with a guide. This might be the one tricky thing. Magpie says, I don't even need one. I played this enough times to know. Oh, and the poll is done. And keep going till recess won with 91% of the vote, with Queen Katie contributing 60 channel points. Okay, so we're going a little bit long tonight. I hope y'all are okay with that. But once again, if you do have raid suggestions, you can let me know. Quick Katie said, but the rest might be flowing after. It says, there you go, Logan. I will say, it is the crime scene photo. Yepers, 3 things to go. We're so close. Okay, so 3. Is that where we're at still now? Quick Katie says, I was gonna say 4 more, but it turns out I misread a court record update. Ooh, Crystal says, oof, I just got back from killing another flying robot dragon to a dating game. Crystal, you said you're not allowed to date the flying robot dragon, so it doesn't sound like a dating sim worth its salt, or its beans, or worth any food edible item that is used for measuring. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's keep playing here. Your reasoning has more holes in it than that cheese you foreigners so enjoy. Those are the Swiss who like that cheese. I'm Japanifornian. Cheddar. We don't even have American cheese. America doesn't exist here. What? Like those putrid, hole-ridden clumps of curds that only a rat like you could love. Your reasoning, much like your putrid, hole-ridden brain, has putrefied. Buy a thesaurus, bro. What's this deal with things going putrid? You have yet to overturn my argument that the accused is the killer. A careful analysis of the chain of events up to the killing exposes the truth as follows. A butterfly, how you flutter to my side. Disguised as Lady Kira, the accused found the rebel hideout the day before the rite, but Acolyte Zealot had followed her there after noticing her suspicious behavior. Caught by surprise, she pushed the stone slab toward him, and we know the rest. I've never been to the rebel hideout in my life! But I wish I had. It looks awesome! I totally want to kill someone there! When the high priest arrived at the sanctum the next day, he realized what she had done. That is when the accused murdered him in order to silence him. So now he's totally changing his tune, that it was to stop the whole, like, hanging out with, or not hanging out, but helping That's a Rebel escape. So we're ignoring, like, the warning note saying, I know what you're planning, don't do it. Is that really what we're saying here? I believe Prosecutor Sadbody has posed a compelling scenario. The defense, on the other hand, has yet to disprove the accused's guilt. Objection! Presumption of innocence! Crap, we're in a foreign country. They probably don't have that. Why would my client move Acolyte Zealot's body to where everyone can see it? And why would she stab the dagger with her fingerprints into his dead body? She had no reason to do any of those things. The dagger in his corpse was likely a warning to the rebels. Something along the lines of Lady Kira will slay the defiant dragons. So that is why she moved the body to the plaza for all to see. Now he has the judge convinced too. He's the one person I don't want convinced. Let me read some more in the chat. Things are not going well for old Phoenix Wright. I see. Oh, Crystal has some raid suggestions. Hang on. Let me copy these raid suggestions down. Thank you very much, Crystal. Even though we have decided we're going to be going a little bit long, I still want to copy these down so that we'll be able to check those out in just a little bit here. Quick A says 3 things, Logan. I know, but the problem is we also don't know like how long, if it's going to be like 20 minutes of dialogue and cutscenes between each of those. And so in that case, 3 things would be like an hour. But we are going to keep going. Because if nothing else, we need to kind of make more progress on this game so that we'll be able to do Edgeworth Investigations 2 relatively soon. Chris with even more raid suggestions. Hang on. I gotta copy even more stuff down. There's so many raid suggestions. Thank you very much, Crystal. I think I might have to copy some of these down a little bit later. Let's see. Oh, there's Jorge's TTS. Crystal says typo. Wait, did you have a typo in one of the things there? Magpie says, quote, he's an awful attorney. I mean, over the course of these years, he's lost once and was disbarred unfairly. So I'd say he's not half bad at all. But he's been like skating on pure luck and bluffing, which I guess are lawyer tools, but I don't know. I feel it's because we can see his thoughts. I never have confidence in him to know what he's doing. He seems like he's really cool and collected and got it together whenever we're playing as Apollo or Athena, because he's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. You just got to do this. Then we play with him and we get this face right here. If you are being held like on a false accusation of murder and you're on trial and you look over and your lawyer looks like that, you would be perfectly justified in firing him on the spot. I'm just saying. Magpie says, so good, they had to cheat to stop him. Quigata said, by the way, depending on how the stream ends, you will probably realize you have technically made a horrible promise that you must keep forever? Like, would you mean me or Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright promise, I'm guessing, is that he has to keep Maya alive. So that is, and that's gonna be hard because we've seen how frequently she let's be honest, like the number of times she's been accused, she has done at least one of these murders. I'm sorry, I said what I said. Let's get back in the game and then I'll read some more of the chat in a minute. Now he has the judge convinced too? I thought I'd finally made some headway. Well, Mr. Wright, about time for one of your groans of distress, is it not? You can hear my groans from there? The acoustics in this place must be great. A groan of distress? Kills me to admit this, but I've got nothing to counter his argument with. And I still haven't disproven the allegations against Maya. Even if he proves from this, we still have the previous murder too. Is it not time to end your futile struggle? You were already judged guilty yesterday. That makes you a dead lawyer walking. Accept the death that now awaits you, and in doing so, finally know peace. A dead lawyer walking indeed. Then again, are not all lawyers who practice in Khura'in? But I must admit, I misspoke earlier. Allow me to amend my statement. Oh, does he want to say putrid even more times? I had said the defense's reasoning had a putrid cheese-like smell. But I now realize the stench was from his own putrid body on the verge of death. Now I'm a rotting zombie? Think, who could have killed Zealot the day before the Rite? Who knew about the rebel hideout and could gain access to the inner sanctum? Abbott in me. Abbott in, well, except, yes, I think I'm returning to my previous theory that Prey Zealot, he has to be Lady Kira. Because here's the evidence. Let me recap everything. In the newspaper, we see Lady Kira-like figure, the vigilante, appeared 2 years ago. Prey Zealot moved in with them, the Abbott in me family, 2 years ago, right? Maybe his change of name was under the instructions of the government, because we think that the Lady Kira vigilante might have been like a government agent. So that time frame lines up. And we know that the, what was it? The warning letter right here said only someone capable of entering the priest's home could have delivered it, which means there are only 4 possible people. Has to be one of these 4. We know Maya's innocent. We know he is the victim and he was helping rebels. We know she's crazy and pregnant. We don't want a pregnant lady to get executed, which means it was him. So that means Abbott in me is the one who murdered Prey Zealot. But we still got to figure out who killed Trust in me, Abbott in me. Who knew about the rebel hideout and could gain access to the inner sanctum? Only those involved with the Rite can enter the sanctum, so either me or Abbott in me. Wait a second! Only a rebel would have known about the secret hideout, and the only person who was involved with the Rite had access to the sanctum, and was suspected of being a rebel is... Ah! Somebody come to mind? Yes, except there's one huge problem. A huge problem! What are you two going on about? Plotting your escape from this sacred hall? I would not put it past you, considering you have no means to raise further objection. If I don't do something, Prosecutor Sabmati will have this one in the bag. I'll just have to bluff my way out of this, regardless of that huge problem. Don't bluff, we know it's Trust in me. Your Majesty, I believe there is another suspect in Prey Zealot's murder. Even the most benevolent Holy Mother would not forgive such a desperate lie. After all, you know very well that such a person does not exist. It doesn't exist anymore, he's dead. No, there is one person who knew everything. Does such a figure truly exist? Tell us who that might be. I believe the prime suspect in Acolyte Zealot's murder is Trusty me. I'm not even saving. So confident. Ha! It had to be someone allowed to enter the sanctum and who knew of the hideout. And that would be the high priest. He could have committed the crime if it occurred the day before the rite. Ooh, it's this music now. Let's see. Beowulf says, no, like you literally pick the stuff yourself. Like you go to the field and pick it. I've never heard of that before. It's fascinating. Quick said, and I will make sure you keep said promise. What promise? Quick said, if you don't remember, I will remind you. Is it a promise I made to like chat? Quick said, heck no, keep going, you're right there. Hori said, it was my family in total, but it was my mom who didn't really like any of the bands. I thought they were okay. But still, that could be a fun like bonding activity then with the whole family. I've never heard of something like that. Like, I would love to do more kind of, what's the right word, folksy type of stuff? I would say on dates, but I can't get a date. But like, you know, go to like a corn maze in Halloween time. Quick said, I have a clip and a promise. 2 more things, and these last 2 things are a plot twist. Says, I want to try a thing with TTS. Magpie says, bits refuse to process rip. I'm sorry. Crystal says, but Logan, I want to date the fish instead. Okay, that's valid. I learned that from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild because Mipha should be Link's wife. Zelda's fine and everything. She's better after she got her hair cut short. But Mipha, come on. Mipha is just fantastic. I'm just being honest. Magpie says, anyway, Nayuta's chant is... Okay, hang on. I need to copy that down so I can practice. Do we have a translation for it? Are these like actual words? I'm just copying down his chant. Thank you very much, Magpie. We'll get back to the game in just a second. There we go. Thank you very much. Quick says, you, Logan, you'll see why and what? Okay, now I'm worried. He could have committed the crime if it occurred the day before the rite. You would pin a crime upon the dead, knowing very well they tell no tales. Why not? He's already suspected of being a rebel. Shouldn't you guys like hate him now? Have you no shame? Dead men tell no tales. That is definitely a problem. If only the high priest could tell his... Hey, Maya. Maya, if only the high priest could tell his side of the story. Maya, if only we had someone who could channel ghosts. Maya, if only one of us here could get a dead guy inside of her to go up on the stand. Maya, if only we had someone who could do that, Maya. Why are you looking away? Maya, look back at me. Look at me. There we go. Maya, if only we had someone who... Maya, look at me. Look at me. Who could channel ghosts? Maya. Hey, I have no idea who you're talking about. What do I have something on my face? Wait a second. Could this actually work? Oh no. Don't tell me I have some of my breakfast cup between my teeth. No. If there's even the slightest possibility, I'll have to go with it. Your Majesty! My client is innocent of murder, but she also is committing unforgivable sins that are against like your religion. So just so you know, dead men do tell tales. Therefore, I would like to request the high priest's testimony. His testimony? And just how do you propose we get the deceased to testify? I guess we could just say, hey, bring the queen down here and have her channel the ghost. Could we be allowed to ask Rafa to do it? So between the queen, Rafa, and Maya, which one of them is gonna channel a dude? Which one of them is gonna grow a wiener? Because you know that you take the form of the person. I'm sorry, it's gonna happen. There's a way for the dead to testify. It's known as channeling. Summoning him here by means of spirit channeling. What did you just say? Spirit channeling. Has this lawyer finally gone insane? This is sacrilege. May the Holy Mother strike him down. Why not? Well, they have the superpower. Why not use it? Peace. I'm frankly astonished you even know of such a thing. But spirit channeling is a secret art that only Her Eminence Queen Garan can perform. Oh, no, and Her Eminence is far too busy with other duties. Huh?
Forgot to mention but Rabbit,
Ah!
first of the month.
It makes me so happy that you remember that. I posted Rabbit on Discord today. I'm so happy. Thank you, Jorge. Remember, everybody, Rabbit Day is the first of every month. The tradition is, well, you're supposed to have it be like the first words you say that month. Like you wake up that morning, first word's supposed to be rabbit. But I think it totally counts to say it later. Thank you, Jorge. And rabbit to you as well, my friend. And rabbit to all of you. If you are Japanese, usagi to all of you. I think it's a Japanese word for rabbit, right? Let me read some comments in the chat here. And thank you, Jorge, for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. But yeah, Quick80 said, you Logan, you'll see why and what. Chris said, dead lawyer walking, like dead girl walking from Heather's. Is that one of the songs in Heather's? I have heard like literally one song in Heather's, and I think it's a candy store song. It's because I saw someone did a really cool animatic about it on YouTube. But yeah, well, it's like a phrase. It comes from dead man walking. It's when someone is basically condemned to death, but isn't dead yet, then that person is dead man walking. Bill said, I was literally thinking that. Quick80 says, soon. Quick80 said, one more thing left, and I bet Logan knows what it is. Crystal says, almost there. Quick80 said, don't worry. I will remind you of the promise after this twist in a few seconds. Are we there yet? Magpie says, according to the fan wiki, yes, it does have a translation. Ooh, what's the translation? Exist says, I love Heather's Law. Last year, my local theater group did it, and that's when why I started theater. That show was my first, was Martha. So I have a question for you then, Exist, because you've been talking about doing musical theater and everything. In your most recent show, it sounds like you had a role both on stage and off stage. Is there one thing you prefer more than the other, performing on stage versus like tech crew off stage? Because I feel like a lot of people, some people maybe like both, but some people like one over the other. Crystal said, Logan's cam blinked. It's back, is it fine? It looks fine on my end. Now, okay. Let's play a little bit more. And her eminence is far too busy with other duties to perform it at our pleasure. I suspected as much. That means our only hope is... Gulp! Maya. Maya's still clueless. What are you looking at me for? It's okay, Nick. You can tell them. You can tell them that I have broken the law. Like, this game's not gonna end with Maya dying, like, being executed, is it? For this? Because didn't they say this is, like, some horrible crime? They wouldn't do that, right? But Maya! I thought you wanted to keep it a secret here in Karain. Don't worry, it's not like it's against the law. Oh, violate some religious precepts? It's not? They just said it's forbidden for anyone but the queen. No, okay. All right, so why have I kept this secret? I don't think we'll be punished. At least I hope not. But this is a crucial period for you. It'll decide whether you become master of Karain. We don't have any other choice, do we? If I'm found guilty, it'll be a lot worse than not becoming master of Karain. Plus, can't Pearl become master of Karain? So, is Maya gonna become the queen of Karain after this? I want Maya to come back to Japanifornia. I want her to be our sidekick again. I miss Maya. All right, thanks, Maya. Actually, there is someone here who is capable of channeling spirits. How does Nayuta not know this? He has done cases in America. It is part of our legal tradition that Maya has channeled spirits. But even Her Benevolence Princess Rafa finds the divination seance to be a challenge. Who could possibly have greater spiritual power than she, aside from the queen? That would be this gal right here, who's got 2 thumbs and can channel ghosts. Me. Is this some sort of a joke? A foreigner could not possibly have such power. Even the royal priestess isn't capable of such a feat. Peace, I say! Is this true? Is the accused capable of performing the secret art of spirit channeling? So at least we know we're going there. So we know where we're headed. Sorry we're going so long over time. Let me read some more. Crystal says, oh my gosh, really? Kindergarten Boyfriend was a good song? Kindergarten Boyfriend? Is that a Heather song? And a clip from Quick80. Is this gonna reveal what the promise is? Hang on, let me load this up the clip viewer so we can all see it together. I gotta find out what the promise is that Quick80 was talking about. This clip is titled, Not Quite Yet, Sir, But You Got It. Not quite yet, sir, but you got it? Okay, let's see. Vince, it's certainly unprecedented, but let's have the divination seance performed again. Okay, so it's gonna be Raina, that was her name, right? She's gonna channel the spirit of the dead guy, Patrol. But we've never seen this, because we've never dealt with this, right? What happens when a female character channels a male spirit? Because we've seen like the Faye sisters turn into like Maya and into Dahlia Hawthorne and people like that, but we've never seen it like cross the sexes. So yeah, let's check this out. I'm assuming that's got to become like a major plot point later on in the game, right? Hey, we did it! We got there! So here's the question. We have a very important question. When Maya channels this guy, does Maya grow dude junk that we would just assume is there, or is he gonna have boobs? Like how much changes? Is it just gonna be his face? Or will there be undisclosed junk? Quigator said the promise. Oh, Mickey Mouse voice for Taroost. Oh crap, I forgot. Oh my gosh, Quigator said 0 things left. Yay, recess. Well, we gotta get there. Oh my gosh. Oh, AMC, the Hydra Command, thank you, AMC. How was the rest of your stream the other night, by the way? Hang on, I gotta drink this now. Crystal says P. AMC says Usagi. Beowulf says, a rabbit. Magpie says, I posted the claimed translation to the Discord, no idea if it's accurate. And AMC says, Moisendarob. What is that? Is that a quote from some Moisendarob? I don't know what that means. But okay, let's go. Is this true? Is the accused capable of performing the secret art of spirit channeling? Well, yes, I can. Now, your Majesty, we'd like your permission to begin. Was that Rafa? I'm gonna be all upset. Is Rafa gonna demand that she be allowed to do it instead? Your benevolence! This is an outrage, I say! First, you make a mockery of the divination seance, and now spirit channeling. Girl, I almost called you lady. Girl, you left here. You said you'd leave the rest of the proceedings up to us. Now you come like, don't channel ghosts in a court of law. Her benevolence speaks the truth. Spirit channeling is a sacred rite. Foreign devils, I say they should be put to death immediately. Still your voice is... Barbed head, spirit channeling is a most sacred and secret of arts. Are you prepared to face the consequences of what you propose? Maya said there won't be consequences, so yes, I am. Your benevolence, are you saying you approve of their use of spirit channeling? I will judge whether their claim is true. If this is but another of their lies, or have you caught us lying even once, girl, they shall be executed on the spot. Very well then. Your benevolence? What if the accused accidentally calls forth an evil spirit? Do you truly believe this foreigner is capable of channeling spirits? No! I want to be sure. 'Cause I'm responsible for the safety of all present. What if like she channels the spirit of like a wasp, like in a bug, not like a type of a person, but like a wasp or a spider. I've killed a lot of wasps and spiders in my day. I don't want one of them coming back to get revenge. Well, an inexperienced practitioner could inadvertently call forth a dangerous spirit. But do not fear, for I have a Mogatama of parting. With it, I can send spirits back to the Twilight Realm by halting the flow of spiritual power. Oh, that's a relief indeed. You gotta remember, we got Chekhov's Monotama of parting. Just gonna leave that under the table for later in the game. These foreigners have thrown down the gauntlet. Oh, let us not shrink from their challenge. We must prove them guilty and deliver their last rites. Do I make myself clear, Prosecutor Sanmare? Perfectly, your benevolence. Very well, the accused may channel the high priest spirit. But first, we must take a short recess to prepare. We will resume as soon as the preparations are complete. Until then, this court is adjourned. Gavel slam. Okay. Well, so we don't get to see the channeling now, but we'll see it next time on Dragon Ball Z. Let's see. Magpie says it's a sacred art that only the queen can learn there, but there's no law that says someone with the skill can't use it. You see, I was confused. The way that Maya was talking about it, I thought she meant that, like, it was like sacrilege, and that it would be against some, I don't know, like blasphemy law type of a thing, and that she'd be in like legal trouble with it, you know? So I misunderstood. Exist says, it depends on the show. If I'm not wholly interested in performing in a show my theater is doing, I'll gladly continue to help backstage instead. Also, sorry if that sent twice. I'm having internet issues. Oh, I only saw it once, so it might have showed up twice on your screen, but I saw it once. Magpie says, BRB just caught a small spider on my bed. Time to take this guy outside. If you kill it, Maya might channel it and it'll come back to get you. So yeah, make sure it's safely delivered outside. Continue on to the next chapter. Quickity said, I told myself that I was going to hold you to the Mickey Mouse voice joke you did when he visited his wife, lol. Chris with a emote. Magpie says, Spider returns to the outside, lol. May 12th, High Court of Crane accused lobby. Quickity said, I wanted you to know what you were about to do next time. Hey, hey. And there, 3 hours, 29 minutes, 31 seconds. I caught up to chat for the first time of the night. Okay, I need to check out these raid suggestions that y'all were having. There's so many of them. And so we're going to look through those. So by the way, for anyone who is lurking, let me give you the rundown on what's going on with our stream here. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this game, Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, and Persona 3 Reload, which we are getting like close to the end of. We'll probably be finishing that off in like the next couple of weeks or so. So we, because of our schedule, tomorrow's a Monday, no stream Monday, we will be resuming Tuesday with Persona and then Thursday with this game. So let me go ahead and initiate the raid. Here, this person looked to have the fewest number of viewers. Here's our raid command. So we'll be able to copy that down. Also, let's see, someone posted the link tree. There we go. Crystal posted the link tree. So if you are lurking, there's a link tree that has a Discord invite link, my YouTube, my TikTok, I'm still shadow banned on TikTok. It's been almost 2 weeks. How do I unshadow ban? Somebody please tell me. And Twitter, where there's nothing to shadow ban. Nobody really follows me on Twitter. I'd love it if y'all wanted to follow me. Quickity said, thank you for the fun trial stream. I'm glad that we made it halfway through. I feel like a lot of these trials take like 3 streams. We're making good progress. Quickity said, see you next time for even more Igus fun times. That's right. Igus Hangouts and Elizabeth Fights. Beowulf said, I'm worried about stage acting, too worried about messing up. I could do it, but the worry is just like, no, I love crew, though. That's the thing. I've done so much improv stuff, and the theater that I perform is so heavily improv heavy that like we enjoy messing up and going off script. It's like my favorite part. Exist says, but yeah, I didn't perform in Sweeney Todd because I was very overwhelmed at the time of auditions at the start of rehearsal, so I wasn't able to join in acting capacity. Running the music tracks was great, though. There's enough music in that show that I had a separate score for each act to follow through during the show. So I hope you had a lot of fun then. And Chris said, night. Bill said, bye, Logan. Chris says, oh, you still shadow bet on TikTok. Sigh. I know, and the one I posted today I thought was so fun. AMC says, you're on X. Wow, yes. The raid's about to start. I love and appreciate you all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Bye, everybody. Enjoy the raid. Bye. Bye. And for those watching the VOD, good night as well.